It is a fast-acting viral strain that infects the host immediately, and upon getting sick, the infected will become racked with coughs, sweat profusely, and start to get the shivers and chills.
There he is, the legend. The man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah. You can't literally run a promotion just for the AEW, what do they call them, sickos?
Thank you very much, TikTok and AEW. See you tonight.
Tony Khan started telling people there's no such thing as long-term booking anymore. It's week to week.
The best guys, Tony Khan.
We just secured the bag.
It's not like I tried to be a character. It was just sort of happened naturally. But it was never something I intended. It was just something that happened because the wrestlers asked me to do things in matches, and I do them.
If you run a promotion just for the sickos, you're going to do 400,000 viewers eventually.
Effing Meltzer.
Know that SmackDown actually went over and everything?
Yeah.
You know,
What's the point?
the point of SmackDown.
What are you getting at here?
That the DVRs didn't pick it up.
Did they not pick it up?
Mine didn't.
Let's get into everybody's favorite moment, and it is called Dave Meltzer's Dumb Moment of the Week.
What would you like to listen to in your ears?
I'd like to hear the flute.
Well, if you'd like to flaunt your flute, then we can find you a flautist.
We just secured the bag.
It doesn't help me.
Okay, so complain, but
I will complain.
Let me have my misery!
And when I heard that, I was like, what?
Thank you, fuck you, bye, boom.
You gotta run a promotion for everybody. The sickos can be the ones that buy tickets first and spend the most money on the merchandise.
Because we just secured the bag.
But like, you gotta promote for everybody. Then you'll have a lot of viewers.
I think we proved a lot of so-called experts. We made them look like idiots. We're not going anywhere. Tony Khan's not going anywhere.
You'll also be there on TNT. You'll be in 2 places at once. It'll be a lot like my favorite movie. Time. So great, Pittsburgh.
It's not like I tried to be a character. It sort of happened naturally.
the best guys, Tony Khan.
Keep themselves safe.
Can you give me a beat? Subliminal, lyrical, rap megastar, cynical. Here's Johnny Cornette Lamar, Jungle Jack, son of a TV star. Who the fuck do you think you are? I'm hearing those jungle drums. Used to hang around with chimpanzees. What is his gimmick? He's a homeless bum, poo flinging, swinging in the trees. He's going to sit in one of those little kids' seats. Jungle Jack wanted to use broken glass, real glass. The medical staff said, we don't think you ought to do that. This is where this fucking clown's head's at. Lil Jack got his panties in a bunch, so it was brought to CM Punk. He said, we don't do that on Saturday night. They're going to Wembley. He grabbed him by the goozle pipe. Real glass. You dick lick. He did not punch a person. He choked one little nitwit. Curly-headed, entitled little prick. What'd you think he was going to do, dipshit? Ride me a river. Mine for wrestling of a slug in a sewer. You're not a TV star. You're tired. What the fuck? He looks like a minor. Jungle Boy sucks. 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 Don't run your fucking yap. Don't fuck around and find out. Jungle Jack, what, you gonna do something about it? Yeah, apparently. Oh my God, he grabbed me. Tony ended up firing his biggest star. Punk should send Jack off a Christmas card. Look in my eyes, what do you see? CM Punk to the WWE. What's Jack Perry gonna fucking do? Tony, fire the fucking little goof. Arrogant knob. Indie nitwit. Here's your contract, Jack. Rip, rip, rip. Tony went, he made me mad. Send him another check, but don't let him come back. Jungle Boy sounds fake and like a dork. Runs and hides because he doesn't like to talk. homeless jack living in a box under an overpass on cocaine shot into space. Jack is slapping himself in the face. He's ready to get butt fucked by Sonato, the Cucamonga Kids. Mr. Okada and the independent legal team, they get through a bucket of Vaseline. Hey, scapegoat, Annie Goat, Billy Goat, Rick. Hey, Sweet Chin Music, you're a fucking kid. Hey, he caused the thing with CM Punk, which he did. Hey, this place is a joke, you're a clown, and I quit. Hey, he's got very feminine hips. Hey, he might look good in a bikini, bitch. Hey, Jesus, I'd want to snatch him around the neck. Hey, bland, boring, mumble mouth dreck. Hey. Jungle Boy sucks. 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 Look at all this shit that he directly caused. Punk doesn't have to put up with these children anymore. Hey, scared for his life. Hey, scared for his life. Punk can still be on our show. The incident at Wembley. Oh no. Hey, scared for his life. Hey, scared for his life. Yo, VW. Yo, VW. Step this way. Step that way. Step this way. Step that way.
Jungle Boy is a bellend.
Yo, Hulkamaniacs! MTV's got a brand new show, The Big Show, with big videos, live music, weird acts, comedy, and a different call-in contest every night. They're giving away cash. They're giving away TVs. They're even giving away a bus trip to Cleveland. They're giving away cameras, comic books, a jet ski, and a one-night stand with the Who. They're even giving away me, or at least a night with me, at a private screening of my new movie. And on the first night of the show, they're giving away this new Harley Davidson. It's The Big Show. Live contest, the largest honors in the world. Live winners every night.
Premieres this Monday at 8 p.m. 7 Central, only on MTV.
Dwarf Mamba. That's his name, Evan Dwarf Mamba.
No! Damn it, God damn it!
Ladies and gentlemen, shit's about to hit the fan.
The system is broken. It was time for a revolution. We could be the wrestlers that we want to be.
We have our own stories. We make our own characters.
Different. That's what makes us elite.
I've been forced to vacate the AEW World Trios Championship.
Fun created a revolution.
Show days, super chaotic. A lot of times we get here and we don't know what we're doing till hours, minutes before we go out there.
There literally are, I think some weeks, 100 talents running around backstage.
At that point, it caught Tony Khan's ear, and he started thinking, maybe I want to do this. Let's get together. And I guess the rest is history, right?
We're just getting started, but it's a great fight to start a great night.
Lawrence Cassidy in serious trouble.
This will be fun, right? I'm excited. Ready to go? Go to break.
Figured out what works as a heel in the ring for me.
Austin wants to be here so bad.
Is it a break spot?
Not yet.
We need to build an army right now.
This is good. That's good match.
You thought everything looked okay? Yeah. I just feel like
You tonight.
That was big.
No! Damn it, God damn it!
We've seen this time and time again out of Jericho and Guevara.
That's awesome. That was great. Ah! Yes! Sick!
He's going to take it! And Claudio Castagnoli.
Is that heavy, Tony? No. I gave you extra time. 6 to break for right now. Go. Quick. They're really flying through. Hey, that was great. That was perfect.
1, 2, 3.
Are you okay? That was great. Way to get him up at the end. You got him back. That was great. Pick him up. That was a great finish. Oh, yeah. Going into the card rundown. We'll feel out the ending, and then we'll go into the card rundown bumpers.
With Ty Mello, Dr. Ty and Anna, and Will Nightingale taking Britt Baker with Sky in her sights. And now Sky Blue goes down.
My catcher.
The team match right there.
Jamie Hayter.
Coming up right now, the Elite versus Death Triangle.
The sooner you get to the Death Triangle, the better, man.
Good. All right, the Bucks are attacking.
Oh, this.
We're good. We got a minute or so. We want to get him going. Get him off this.
Moxley charging right back at Hangman. Now,
I like this thing.
I don't think I've ever seen him hit an elbow like that. Oh, modern day pro wrestling.
Danielson.
We're doing good. We're doing good on time. This is good. Hey, hometown hero. Way to go. Welcome back. Yeah, great.
Welcome back.
Loved it.
Welcome back.
Hey, welcome back. You okay?
Oh, I'm great.
Whenever you're ready to get it going.
A secret.
Am I safe?
What am I saying?
Oh my God. They snuck me in. It's beautiful. Thanks for getting in.
Of course.
So it felt great to see Tony. He has been incredibly supportive through this entire process. Of course, we had communicated and talked, but it's not the same as seeing someone face to face.
A bit. We're about to get vile. Yeah. I'm a prom queen, but I keep to myself, stacking high green. You're in debt to your health. AARP. Ain't shit old but my wealth. And my oppie's getting dumber every day. Ha! In the gym, but I never need a witness. Tonic and gin when I'm working on my fitness. On Becca, on God, I'll make you wish you had this hot bod. On Becca, on God, I'll make you wish you had this hot bod. On Becca, yeah, on God, I'll make you wish you had this hot bod. On Becca. On God, I'll make you wish you had this hot bod. I be flexing like the dude high on tread, all natural. Better give her 10s. They say Blondie, how you getting those abs? Hey Bobby, let me call you a cab. Long legs, I'm a woman in STEM. My eggs, fertile, healthy, and firm. My trays, flowing free like the times, and my haters getting madder every day.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday comes again.
毎日
Sunday,
毎
Monday,
日
Tuesday,
日立の
Wednesday,
細長
Thursday,
静
Friday,
か
Saturday,
サラサ
Sunday
ラ
comes again.
綺麗な空気体には細長が気持ちいいんです日立のビッグフローウェルネス日立フレア
Call Stephen P. News. If you need to sue. An outlaw mud show or two. He'll sue the rest.
Ooh,
What's happening, guys? Welcome to another eclectic edition of PWT Live Show. It's a sicko Saturday, but we're here watching. Well, first on deck, we got Backlash, and we got UFC 315 live in Montreal. And then we got Edmonton Oilers back in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, taking on the Las Vegas Knights. Game 3. Let's go. We have a crazy one. We're going nuts. All over the place tonight, folks. How you doing? I'm doing great. If you guys can't tell, I'm chipper. I got a new bed. Round of applause for my new bed, ladies and gentlemen. A new bed. Yeah. And it felt great. I slept until, ready? And it's 4:17 here. Guess what time I slept until? Ready? 3 p.m. Catching up on sleep, folks. It's been amazing. How you doing? You know what they say?
In life, you gotta be a hoe.
Sometimes in life, you got to be a hoe and catch those Z's. You know what I'm saying? How are you all doing? I'm doing great. I'm excited for Backlash. There's over 100 people watching. We're on X as well. We're live over on X. So make sure you retweet this, you like it, you share it, you follow it, you subscribe, you leave a comment. May's a tough month for creators, and we're trudging through and we're doing the damn thing. And I've upped my game. Okay. And I've had a couple days off actually, because I just got a shitload of stuff, like a couple days where I'm like, I don't have to sit at my laptop. What the fuck? That's like such a rarity in my life. So amazing. I feel so good. I'm so excited. I'm drinking some red wine. Okay. I ate shitty last night. I had a chocolate bar. Okay. I'm not going to lie. And we're drinking some red wine, and we got some soda water here, and we're watching the kickoff show, and we got some hot news to get to, and I haven't given my picks for Backlash, so I'm going to do that. I know I did a pre-show where I gave picks with the Squared Circle Maniacs, which if you guys haven't checked that out, youtube.com/@prowrestletimes. That's my podcast channel, my RSS feed channel, if you want to call it that, right? It doesn't make sense to some people, but it makes sense to me, okay? The podcast. Episode 93 with the Squared Circle Maniacs, Johnny Bottles and Don Waynes. Go check that shit out. And we previewed Backlash if you haven't saw that. So I'm not going to preview this and dive deep into everything, but I'm going to give my last minute set in stone picks. And I said it on that show too. I'm giving picks what I think, but my set in stone locked in shit happens the night of after we watch SmackDown and all that stuff. Of course, we can talk about SmackDown quickly too. YouTube.com/ at Pro Wrestle Clips is my main channel. If you're over on X, come check me out over there. I have a Patreon as well. Consider becoming a member. 99 cents. Super chats are welcome. If you support what I do, just hit like, hit dislike, leave a comment, retweet it. Tell me fuck myself. Tell me I'm great. Whatever you feel the need to do. And yeah, thank you all for being here. I'm going to check in with chat, but I am actually going to pull up SmackDown results because we could just quickly fly through this. And there's also a poll in the chat. Do you all think Jeff Cobb shows up tonight? So I've been saying for a while, I believe that, I believe in Joe Hendry, right? That's first and foremost. But I also believe that the way you get Jeff Cobb over as a guy who's like 43, he's actually 43 in July. So he is not going to be in NXT. And when people say, you're going to get the reports, Jeff Cobb's checked into the PC, and then everyone's going to go, oh, they put him in NXT. But everyone checks into the PC. Every single person. Especially when you come from Mexico, Japan, you go to the PC. Okay? Everybody goes to the PC. It's just that simple. It's like in UFC. Everyone goes to the Performance Institute. Why? They have medical there if you need it. They have rings, weight room. You are employed there. You're employed. You're an independent. You're contracted, rather, not employed. I guess whatever. You're contractedly employed. I get whatever. You are contracted to this place. You have access to this place. take advantage of this place. That's what most of them do. They're the cream of the crop. Okay. So in UFC, it's the same thing with the PI, the PC, it's the same thing. So when we hear like Jeff Cobb is at the PC, don't be like, oh, he's in NXT. See, don't even listen to that. Okay. Everyone goes there. So does Randy Orton when he needs to bump around or go over his match or whatever, or he's got to get a workout in. Everybody goes to the PC. So what we need to focus on is this. Jeff Cobb's 43. He's not going to have a lengthy PC run unless they are like, listen, this is one way I could see it being NXT. Ready? They go, it's just a full-on third brand, and this draft mixes up the NXT and main roster people fully, and we have like the Usos on NXT every Tuesday night or whatever, but I just don't see that happening. Okay? So unless they do it that way and they're like, Jeff Cobb's our new NXT guy, then okay, maybe. But otherwise, they need to smash him over. He's a monster. He's a wrecking machine. Triple H is high on these Lucha Underground guys. And what we need to look at is how do you get him over the quickest? He can't just show up and go, hey, I'm here to fight, guys. Rusev just did that. Malachi just did that. Penta just did that not long ago. Phoenix did the same thing. We need someone to come out of nowhere and be that guy where we're like, who is this big giant monster that a lot of us haven't seen who can hit this reverse power slam super clean, and then they can list his amateur background. Who can smash that person over our heads? Paul Heyman, John Cena, right? Next time someone tries to RKO John Cena, yes, he's the dumb heel who hasn't learned yet. But next time, we're going to see someone come out with like a hoodie and a mask on and all that shit, and it'll be Jeff Cobb like stopping whoever's about to attack Cena or something, maybe. That's my fantasy mark booking. It's either going to be with Heyman in that Seth group or as Cena's like heater, just standing behind him, saying nothing, just there when Cena shows up, you know? I could totally see that. So we need to make that happen. You know what I mean? But either way, let me run through, let me check in with chat, and then we'll run through SmackDown, and then we'll get to some WWE news. We have some Cringe. We can't go live without some Cringe, okay? We have some Nikkita Lyons action. So, yeah, let me check in. Jonesy84 for 5 says, dropping in to listen for a bit before the show starts, even though you're rooting against my hockey team. Go Knights. Yeah, I'm a diehard day one Edmonton Oilers fan, so it must be done. And we're 2-0 so far. We're back in Edmonton. I really think we can clean sweep the Knights. But they have a really good team. But there's some crazy stats. I don't know if you guys are hockey nuts, but it's just like, you know, Oilers have like 6 straight come from behind victories. Pause. No Diddy, right? He might take a loss, actually. You first got to take a come from behind a loss. You know what I'm saying? But what else, man? There's just a bunch of crazy stats, right? Pickard, our netminder, he's like our backup, but Skinner kind of. Well, you rotate them both, right? But like Pickard, I don't know if you guys are into hockey talk, but Pickard has 6 wins in a row, I believe now, 6-0, and the only other person to do that was like Grant Fuhrer back for the Oilers. Like he went 9-0 in the playoffs. So this, I don't know, they're just putting up big numbers and stuff, and yeah, my team's doing really well. I do think they're the best team all around in the NHL, and we're down. I don't know, our defense is like lacking right now. We got some injuries and stuff. Anyways, moving along. Pro wrestling. Jonesy84 gifted a membership. You can do that too. Wow, I acknowledge me. Somebody important got that there. Brady Mac for 5 says he's the best guy. There's more than meets the eye. He's the best guy, Brian. There's more than meets the eye. Try it.
Best guys, Tony Khan.
What's up, Brady Mac? Shout you out, man. Rabid Wolverines LC Killer 17 for 2 says, I believe Goldberg will return on Backlash. See, a lot of people are saying that too. I could totally see that. And who does he attack, though? He spears John Cena, and then Goldberg's last ever match is Cena versus Goldberg. That's actually we'll hit an X-Files on that. Because I've seen like a few people say that that they think it'll be Goldberg. I'm not entirely against that, especially if it's just because it's the Cena's last time. So him versus Orton last time. Because I tried to tell y'all this too. Even though it's Cena's farewell tour, okay, there's other people on farewell tours that aren't, it's not being called the farewell tour, you know? So once in a lifetime, Goldberg versus Cena, you know, I could totally see that. He comes out like after Cena beats Orton, he keeps the beat down going. Goldberg's music hits, big spear, Cena's left laying, and then Goldberg comes back and takes him on at fucking SummerSlam. That's like a huge SummerSlam match. IWC meltdown. Oh, Goldberg. Oh, about that. But then a lot of people are saying it's going to be Gunther. Now, I don't think it'll be Gunther. Why won't it be Gunther, Phil? Because he'll break old man Goldberg's collarbone with one of those chops, dude. Like, you have to think, Goldberg doesn't even like getting chopped normally, let alone, oh, I have to go fight Gunther. Like, no, that's not going to happen. So, but at the same time, though, I totally think that would be a good idea. But in St. Louis feels kind of random, but also nothing's random when you have houses like this and sellouts everywhere you go, right? It's all important. So I will point this out as well. Backlash with the red trim, but in the ring, they're using the blue SmackDown mat with the WWE logo. No Prime sponsorships or anything on it. Now that also could just be a matte cover that they whip off before the show starts. They've been doing that too, because on the pre-show is on YouTube and those sponsors aren't paying. And I'm trying to explain this for you guys. I know some of you guys don't care about any of this shit, but the sponsors aren't paying for like YouTube to be on YouTube videos too. Do you get what I'm saying? And stuff like that'll get 30,000 people watching. Holy fuck. You know, I wish people watch the ring get set up for like 30K. So I could see that being the case. But if they do go with this aesthetic, again, trying something different, I'm here for it. So let's talk about SmackDown as they recap it a bit. We'll get into some Cringe, and then we have my picks, Phil's picks. So the SmackDown results, winners, live grades, reactions. We head over to Bleacher Report. LA Knight and Damian Priest versus Solo and Jacob. Solid match, heavy hitter, big hitter match. Again, Solo just getting in the way of Jacob, essentially. Piper Niven and Chelsea Green versus Zelina Vega and mystery opponent. Drum roll, please. We'll give the drum roll. Where is it? And fucking Alexa Bliss returns, gets a huge pop. She's feeling herself. You can tell she's happy to be back. She was looking really good in the ring, too. You miss Alexa Bliss. You're like, damn, she is a vet, huh? Like, there was a time where people didn't get Alexa Bliss, you know, and why they were pushing her so hard. And then she did all the Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton, Fiend stuff, and she sort of gained a respect. And then you see her in the ring, and you're like, God damn. And Zelina's the U.S. champion. No shade, but just like, God damn. Give that shit to Alexa, bro. But yeah, man, this women's tag division. So I mean, whatever. I'm not a dirt sheet or anything, but I had like heard around, you know, yes, it's Cross and Bliss, and they're gonna get the tag belts and But I just don't know if it seems like they're going with any of that. I think the women's tag division's just like, well, we are who we are, you know. They're just there, and they're just gonna be there to, I guess, get you shots at other belts or, you know, whatever. I have no fucking clue. But yeah, so I'm disappointed in that. I would say just absolve them if this is the way they're going. But whatever. I'm not here to shit on that more and more and more. You guys have heard that for fucking 2 weeks now. Alexa Bliss comes back, huge pops, gets the hot tag, huge pop, hits her move, big pops. Big pop. So then Jade Cargill versus Nia Jax. Again, Jade is really coming into her own. She is improving every match. She looked really good. This was the first match where I watched her, and it was with Nia. Now, Nia had to call shit out like she was John Cena out there. You could see it. She was calling the whole fucking match like her name was Juan Sanito. You know what I'm saying? And she was fucking yelling that shits out. But Jade listened. Jade didn't sit. She didn't make it obvious. She was doing her own thing. She was feeling herself. and like her gear looked amazing, and Nia just looked so good in this match, like carrying it, obviously leading it. And then Naomi came out. Her gear's awesome too. It's just so heelish, you know, the caution tape all over. It's very Owen Hart. I don't know, maybe it's because the Canadian ties there. I love it. But you know, Nia got the win over Jade. Good. That's what it should have been, because Jade got over in that match, right? Nia didn't put her over, but she helped get Jade over. You guys know the difference there, right? So Jade got more over from that, even though she wasn't put over. And then what else was going on? Yeah, so Tiffy was out there, and she's yelling like, "You suck, Nia," and shit. And then yeah, Naomi ran out and like jumped Tiffy, and schmaz distraction, whatever. And yeah, more of this. And I like that we're seeing Trinity Fatu and Nia Jax teaming up, female bloodline. We got it a year or two too late, but sometimes too late is better than not at all. Street Profits versus Fraxium. Fraxium have fit right into this tag division. I'm so happy they're there. These guys could help carry the tag division. They bring excitement to these tag matches. You know, that DIY kind of wasn't. And Motor City Machine Guns are exciting, but they just needed better. You know, Motor City needs a team like a Fraxium or like like an AOP or something to balance with, I think, to make them more interesting when they're just fighting another team of like vets who do super kicks and Enziguris, like like DIY or whatever. It's like, okay, you know, it doesn't really do too much. But Fraxium, they've injected new life. They get a win over the Street Profits for the titles. I'm just freestyling here, right? I think I'm knocking everything out here, but they get a win over the Street Profits for the titles, man. And or not for the titles, pardon me, but now it's like a title. If it was AEW, they'd be like title eliminator, Tony Storm, fatal 4-way. So they obviously get a shot at the titles. It was non-title. I misspoke before. They knocked off the champs though, and it was clean. It wasn't in a way where you're like, what the fuck? And it's not like the Street Profits have been on this like indomitable run where they just can't be stopped, and then these guys just sneak a win. So it's not like the Street Profits losing here really hurt them or anything, you know, and it was done well the way Montez was selling, you know, and that's going to go into the next match. And I'm definitely into Fraxium. It was so time that they dropped those tag belts and came up, and I'm so happy it happened. Yeah, because we needed that. Okay, so Carmelo Hayes versus Aleister Black. Again, Miz and Hayes. I don't give a fuck. Oh, sorry about that. All the football popped up there. I don't give a fuck what no haters are saying. Okay, and I'll give them stupid idiots and dummies if I have to. I don't care what nobody says. Miz and Hayes are they're awesome, bro. They're so good together. Miz is so good as a mouthpiece, a hype man, a manager. He knows too, when he makes his entrance with Carmelo, he knows to like put the spotlight on Melo and how to like elevate him. Miz will be a manager one day, like Bobby the Brain Heenan. We'll consider him. We'll look back at Miz and go, his long legacy in the business and his managing of factions like Mrs. Mayhem or whatever. Ms. Ham. I don't know what the fuck you call these groups, right? But he's going to put together a faction one day that we're all like, that was, you know, one of the best factions. I truly believe that, man. And he's going to mouthpiece them all. This is what we need more of. You know, like, how do we make Carmelo feel bigger than he is? You have this guy, Miz, helping him, and then eventually Miz will turn on him, and then Melo's got to beat him and overcome it. And that's what Miz is there for. He's just a position player. One of the all-timers. E-Sucker Fedrone. I'm telling you, stack him up, bro. Stack him up. There's a reason he's been in the positions he's been in his whole career. He's had the longevity he's had. People just can't get over, like, oh, he was a reality guy who fucked up saying that phone number that one time on Raw. You know, they just can't get over that shit. But He's so good, man, and he lends so much to Hayes, and I don't know. Miz has just done such a good job of like making me actually. Whenever Carmelo would come, you're like, okay, he's the little kid picking a fight, and he's just gonna take the job. That's fine, but at some point, this gets boring. Boom. Now you're like with the Miz in his corner, he could beat anyone, really. You know, I mean, he's got that big gold chain Dre as well. Like Miz was like, dude, do it for Dre. Points at the Andre chain. And he lets it sit there when he delivers the lines. He knows how to like do it for Dre. And then he sits there for a sec. So the crowd goes, oh my God, did he just call Andre Dre? It's so good. Sorry. That was the highlight to me. I tweeted out this SmackDown was really good on a lot of levels. And it was, because let's be honest, Jade and Nia cooked. That match was fucking such a good TV match. Then you have the Miz cooking. Then you have Fraxium doing their thing with Street Profits, and Street Profits are unreal, dude. And they've been on a great run. I know people are sour that they lost, but this SmackDown was cooking, in my opinion, especially match quality. If you're one of these sickos, matches, tell the story in the ring. There's a whole lot of that going on. Anyways, though, so Malachi comes out. He has his gangster-ass entrance. He had a vignette as well. That was so good. It was so good, man. He's like the fucking Leslie Nielsen. Or no, not Leslie Nielsen, sorry. I just mixed it up because Liam Neeson is playing Frank Drebin in Naked Gun, Holla, and he's playing Frank Drebin Jr., Leslie Nielsen's whatever, son or whatever. But Liam Neeson, that's sort of the vibes I got. He's just wearing a suit. It is akin to his old stuff, but he is like, I'm deading that who I used to be, basically saying that shit I did in AEW again. That was like the old me. That was the end of that. Now I'm here for this reason. Sort of like Miro did, shedding that skin. Amazing. But yeah, he had a great match and he won via roll up. So there's a rematch down the line, and Black he's always in great form. Remember, people were like, he has back problems, he's washed, and then he's like a clip of him working in indie. He's just fucking going all out, and then in WWE he just looks so good. So yeah, he ain't washed at all. He's doing great. Then we had Phoenix and Andrade, two former AEW guys. One guy's an ex-WWE, whatever. But they team up to take on Angel and Berto Garza. And the Garzas, at the end of it all, they lose their cool, and Santos kind of loses his cool, and then Berto's like, I'm out of here, and pushes them away and all this shit. We'll see what happens. We'll see where this all goes and who jumps to which faction, and if there's 3 Lucha factions or 2 Lucha factions, but with AAA on the horizon. And they were showing Rey Fenix's like AAA accomplishments on the screen, and that's really incredible, man, that we're talking about New Japan and AAA and all this shit, and like TNA and stuff on WWE that for so many years, man, that wasn't ever a thing that happened. And yeah, they're already getting it over. Like, people in the Lucha community are going to start positioning and jockeying and vying to stand out. Like, now with the acquisition of AAA, you don't know what's going to happen. So it's a hot Lucha summer, and we outside for it, okay? But Andrade and Phoenix get the win. And then John Cena comes out. He cuts an absolutely brilliant promo. It was brilliant. It was great. It was huge. And then Sean Spears comes out, but like not as Sean Spears. He's just wearing like a mask or whatever. And he's like emulating Orton. And then you could tell too, because as soon as you saw the guy, I knew it wasn't Randy. Personally, I didn't like when I saw the guy, I'm like, oh, it's Randy. And then you saw him stand up as tall as he could. And you're like, oh, that dude's too short to be Randy Orton. He's too small. Like, Randy's just he's just built, you know? And I'm not hating on Spears. Like, he's not a little guy by any means, but he's just fucking not as big as Juicy Orton right now, especially right now, you know, after that comeback. But yeah, so he goes for the RKO. It was a great moment. Great. The crowd bit on it. Everyone bit on it, you know. Even me, I bit, you know. But then when you saw his frame, you're like, oh, it's not him, but what is this, you know? but Cena just takes him out, attitude adjustment, and then Orton hits the RKO. Cena's left laying again. Yeah, so it was a great SmackDown. That's my quick review, freestyle review. I hope you all liked it. Let's here, let me check in with chat. All Jake Takes On has been a member for 3 months.
Allegedly.
Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. Thank you, guys. YouTube.com/@ProWrestleTimes, @ProWrestleClips. Like, subscribe, share, become a member, super chat, join the Patreon, whatever you can do to support would be nice. Leave a comment, even a nasty one. Okay, let me allegedly Dom early shoe-in for Mexi of the year. Cena left paralyzed from the neck down again. This guy's a perfect 10 and Canadian. True. Okay, we don't have a lot of time. I have to quickly get into some Cringe, and I got to give my picks is the problem. So let's hit breaking news, and let's get into some. We have Nikkita Lyons, right? So Nikkita Lyons has been making the rounds lately for just being extra, a little extra Cringe, just a little bit extra with her promos or her movements or whatever. Now, they sent her to Evolve, and people were like, dude, she's feeling herself way too much for someone who was just sent to fucking Evolve. You know what I mean? Because she's got to work on her game a little bit, which is fine. And she should be there, right? I agree with that. And she does need a lot of work. Some people point out, listen, she blew out both of her knees and she's like put on weight, so she's not as good as. Now, when people say that, I don't know. Listen, I'll just be like, that appears to be true, but I'm not saying like Nikkita's. I'm not like you're fatter. I'm not trying to do a body shame. I'm just saying use her as a valet. I think she'd be so much more money as like a valet. She could be a heater, dude. And also, but like one that dresses sexy and wears these like wild outfits she wears with that attitude. She is. It's not like she's bad at talking. It just cringes some people out, right? So let's take a listen. This was on Evolve on Tubi on YouTube. To be or not to be. Please don't give me a yellow flag for this, okay? I'm going to play this. I'm going to leave it small. We're going to try and avoid the. I just want you guys to hear how she's talking and just look at her mannerisms and stuff like that. If you're watching, if you're just listening, listen in. And we have a few clips, like a handful of them. Okay. Her response to the haters as well. But she is doing a lot. And I think that what it is with her is that she's making up for lack of in-ring ability, which isn't a cope or anything, because you got to do that, right? Like, hey, you can't work as well. Well, you can talk, whatever. There's other ways to get over. But I think as a valet who can do like a kung fu kick when she needs to, or hit someone over the head with a nunchuck because she can do nunchucks, or she's a valet who needs to use her sex appeal, or who needs to talk for the, to distract an opponent, or she needs to talk on behalf of her client. I think that would be the best position for her. No, then you can do all your talents. You can sing, go make music, do whatever. But for some reason, she's dead set on being in ring and whatnot, and people are boo-booing on it. Listen, it's not the worst ever. She's not jumping Jeff Farmer, right? And we're going full force. But let's just take a look. People are saying she's doing too much. You all tell me. She's like, just the way she talks, it's so unnatural. I'm sorry. Like, just talk like yourself. You know what I mean? Most Wanted. Have you guys seen that movie? She's the girl in the crew. You brought the fucking musket? I brought my dad's harpoon cat, yo. That's how it feels, dude. That's right. Like, I'm a white boy, but my neck is red. I put Miracle Whip on my Wonder Bread. See, and then Zeta comes in and she's natural. Like, she's a natural at this wrestling shit,
Town hall meeting. I said one more spot left in that fatal four-way.
She's not perfect. Like, these people are all green and on Evolve, right? But we're just contrast the two. And then I get why they put this Stevie girl as the GM, because she's just good at I don't know if she's hurt or something, but she's good at this. sitting there playing the background, letting them take the spotlight while she just mediates. Again, look for your strengths, run with those. Whatever. Let's just listen to the rest of this. Like, she just has too much uncomfortable movements, right? But she's gonna get over that. That's what I don't know. I think Nikkita would be good, like managing and then getting heat on people by cringing them out with what she's saying. You know what I mean? So we have more, right? Big Cat, Nikkita Multimedia, or whatever she says, right? So here's her during her introduction, okay, against her opponent as they're announcing her. I don't know, bro. I don't fucking know, man. Chat can tell me. What do y'all make of that? And then here's her response. You know, she's like, more taunt emotes for you to talk about, LMAO. And here's her like fight dance training. Swagger like us. No one on the corner has swagger like us. Swagger like us. Swagger like us. And my jewel pebbles, blue and yellow, the type of shit to make them call you Carmelo. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. She like dance fights, and not like capoeira, like the Brazilian breakdance fighting. She's legit though, you know, when she throws these kicks and shit, like she throws those question mark or like those feign question mark kicks, like where she's feigning and going high. Those are nice. Like, she's legit, you know. But just save the knees and fucking just talk, be a manager. Like, look, she's doing those, what are those, plies or pirouettes or whatever. She's doing that shit good. You know, it's not like she's not an athlete or anything. And I get it. I totally get it. She has a unique look. Like, you're drawn towards her when she's on screen. But it's like, then she starts, people are saying, spamming the taunt button. And it's like, damn, you know, that's a good way to describe it, because it looks like she, you know, it's like when you're playing my faction, you throw the guy out of the ring and you got to hit fucking 3 taunts really quick before he gets back. You know? So, yeah, that was Nikkita Lyons. Let's do picks with Phil, and then we have news. Or actually, we have a couple little this and that. So heading into Backlash, Bianca Belair shows off her finger. That is disgusting and repulsive. Her knuckle. Look at that shit. Ooh wee. Ooh wee. Ooh wee. That looks bad. So hopefully she's good. I don't think she's wrestling tonight. We have Jamara Said, FKA Jakara Jackson, who gives her WWE update about how she found out how she was released from WWE, I guess. And her name's Jamara Said, and she is already out there. Some other wrestlers already out there as well.
The questions was, how did you know you got released and how did you react? So I was actually...
She got that fucking Kevin Samuels music playing while she starts giving life advice.
Getting ready for my niece's birthday dinner. I got a phone call and I was like, hold up. And answered the phone, and the person on the other end sounded sad already. On the real, I feel like everybody thinks about it because it's not a matter of if.
Who edited this? Jamara, hit me up. Okay, I'll fucking balance these volumes though for you a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
It's when I was shook. I definitely missed my niece's birthday dinner because I had to regroup. It's shocking news. You know what I'm saying? I did end up going roller skating with her, so don't worry. I didn't skip out on her. I didn't let that keep me down, because at the end of the day, my family means so much to me. It is what it is, and it ain't what it isn't. A wise man once told me. The questions was how.
Yeah, she'll be back, man. Just don't be bitter, don't burn the bridge, and make a name for yourself elsewhere. This was the fucking stupidest release, I think, even more than Dakota Kai, was this one right here. Jamara, rather, sorry. I think this was the one for me where I really just couldn't I couldn't rack my brain. There was more than meets the eye, possibly, Brian. Right? So I said it before on SmackDown when I reviewed SmackDown. They're showing the AAA Mega Campeon, one-time AAA World Cruiserweight Champion, one-time AAA Latin American Champion. You know, so they're showing off and talking about TNA, New Japan, AAA, you know, and I love that. It's what a time to be alive in the wrestling world. Who else do we have? We have John Cena on SmackDown. Had a bottle thrown at him during his promo. And I didn't talk about this during the review. He played into it. I thought it was brilliant. I'm not mad at the guy for throwing the ball. Like I am. If it was a glass bottle, that's fucked up. But I mean, wrestlers had to deal with that forever with trash, all that stuff being thrown in the ring, dude. Rocks, batteries, fucking people have had stuff thrown at them, you know, since the beginning of pro wrestling. Now, this guy threw like a Michelob Light, one of those like recycle-friendly bottles or whatever they are. They reuse them and make new bottles out of them or whatever. So, like, come on, dude. Don't be a bitch. That's, you know, Cena didn't care. If it was a glass bottle, we have a real problem. He throws that Michelob. And yes, I'm not saying throw shit at wrestlers, but that moment worked. The way it didn't, like, beat him in the nose. And then he picked the bottle up and he's like, ugh, and he leaned into it and played into it. And like played to the crowd and shit and wove it into his promo. That was awesome stuff, man. So here's some video of it. Security threw him out. He'll probably be banned for life. I'm not saying people throw stuff at wrestlers, right? But if someone, when Hulk Hogan turns heel and they're throwing they're crumpling up popcorn bags and throwing them at him, like boo-hoo. That's not a big, you should welcome that almost, right? And this is, I'm not saying this is a popcorn bag. Like, could one of these bottles maybe cut someone if it was hurled at them the right way? Maybe, probably, yeah. But this was, look at it, what it is. It's one of those Michelob Ultra Light, like reusable, green, safe, friendly, recyclable bottles or whatever, right? So.
With his presence one last time.
See, like that's a nothing bottle. Like John Cena's chugged one of those and slammed it on his big ass head before. You know what I mean? So that's a nothing. That's like throwing a can at him pretty much. So again, I'm not saying throw shit at people, but it's not, if he hurled a glass bottle, yeah, I'd be like, fuck that guy for real. Like I hope he gets banned forever, but just security throw him out or whatever, rough him up backstage. That's what the boys would have did. No. See, look how Cena milks it, and he wasn't. And then dirt sheets are like, he was not happy. People are mad. No, he what? No, you're making shit up. Cena's fine.
He is the last real champion, John Cena!
Yeah, that dude's a dumbass, but yeah, I just think that could have been so much worse than it was. And he didn't hurl a glass bottle. And MJF has taken people's drinks out of hands and splashed them in children's faces. I would say a grown-ass John Cena can get an empty Michelob bottle, which was clearly empty as well, thrown at him and have it nick his shoe. And he's okay with it. You guys get what I'm saying? Like, let's be men here for a second. Okay, let's get Backlash on. Let's that was light news, I guess, headed into Backlash. So round of applause for that. I gotta do my pick. I have got to do my picks in these last couple of minutes. It's not gonna take me too long. That's why I milked it, folks. Okay. So I've had a lot of time to think. And in that time that I've had to think, I think we're going to ace this one one more time. So let me quickly, and guys, hit the like, share it. There's like 300 watching across the channels. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the share, hit all that good stuff. You know what I mean? And yeah, I appreciate you all as I get Netflix. Negflix B. And yeah, we're going to make some. Where is it? Oh, Conan O'Brien got the Mark Twain prize. Okay, because I watch all of wrestling, just have fucking live. Just have Backlash live right now. Here, you watch wrestling all the time. Here's Backlash. You know, that's where Netflix and all these things are fucking up. All these streaming services. Oh, dude, they got the Power Rangers movie on here. Let's go. So do I have to search this now? Okay, I'm going to get pissed off here. Okay, WWE. Here, live now. It's like 7 things down. Hey, Netflix, you blockbuster, B. What the fuck? Okay, anyways. Holy shit, was that stupid? Should be able to just 2 clicks. All I watch on Netflix is WWE. What do you fucking... Should be just the first thing. Hey, Phil, here's Backlash. Jesus Christ. Anyways. So, guys, as Backlash is about to start, hit like, subscribe, retweet, send in a super chat, send in a fucking gift of membership to somebody or whatever you feel like doing today, or just hit the like or a comment or whatever, and I appreciate you all. Okay, 1 second here. Pat McAfee's coming in like a guy. And then John Alba, dumbass John. Yeah, we're gonna go over that too. He's talking shit like, most of the people in TNA aren't on full-time contracts. Like, yeah, well, the same applies to AEW, bro. And he was talking about AEW and TNA. You know, he was comparing those two. Sorry, I'm distracted. Orton comes out, monster pops. You get distracted. Okay. So this is about to start 6:26 for 6:26. Dude, that is a gangster move that you just pulled. She better watch out. Her dark state will start tweeting about her black scent. Oh, shit. Yeah, dude, it was very Malibu's Most Wanted, was how I said. Axiom became a new member, hopefully from the actual Axiom group. No, it obviously isn't, but welcome.
Wrestling's not fake!
Welcome and thank you for being here, becoming a member. You guys, you can support with a membership or gifting a membership. Memberships are 99 cents if you support what I do, you know. And I'm live Mondays, Wednesdays, Saturdays. You guys already know. Okay, Backlash is fired up. I haven't made my picks and I'm so behind. I literally woke up like an hour. I might try and bring some people in here tonight if chat wants that. We might make that happen. And yeah, we're going. So let me crank this up. So Backlash in St. Louis. Dom versus Penta. I don't know what happens with all the schmozzery and schmoozery. I don't know what goes down with all of that. All I know is that Dom's going to retain that IC title. So there's going to be some bullshit and shenanigans. Dom's going to retain. I think Becky beats Lyra. And I think that Lyra gets it back and gets her crowning moment at like SummerSlam, where she really wins that singles title, you know? So I'm going with Dirty Dom. I'm going with Becky Hogan. I'm going with Jacob Fatu retains the title in this four-way after a bunch of crazy shit happens. Okay. John Cena's going to retain this title. Bonus points if Jeff Cobb show up. Or if Goldberg shows up, bonus points for, I think, Rabid Wolverine's LC Killer, who said that in chat. And then Gunther McAfee, this is the one I'm really torn on. So either I'm going to give you guys my both so you guys can decide if it's bonus points or not. But McAfee is going to win, and then McAfee's going, and then that's going to lead Gunther to be like, oh my God, I choked. And then Ludwig Kaiser is going to be like, dude, you lost to a fucking football guy, blah, blah, blah. And then Gunther is like, that gives him a reason to like go off on Ludwig and shit like that and to like and embarrass himself, you know? Listen to the pop for LA Knight, by the way. It's either going to be that or my pick is Gunther. I'm locking in Gunther's going to win and he's going to slaughter McAfee. McAfee goes away for a bit. We all applaud McAfee. But if McAfee pulls it off, this could be a beat in the direction of like Ludwig, who's being separated more and more, looking at Gunther like, dude, you couldn't even beat a football punter, you know? And then that's when McAfee, or that's when Ludwig and Gunther, like Gunther snaps on Ludwig. The draft happens, maybe they split up, whatever, but then Gunther goes about his business. I could see that happening. And then him being just off of Raw in the draft over on SmackDown and maybe going after the U.S. title, maybe going, because it's now like very heavyweight oriented, you know? And we could see him go after the WWE title or anything like that, you know? So, yeah, I saved that one for last because that's the one I'm really iffy about. So, again, we got Dirty Dom. What? We got Becky Hogan. What? We got Gunther. What? We got Jacob Fatu. What? And we have Cena retaining over Orton. Kevin Pierpont has become a member. Thank you so much for becoming a member. 99 cents. Shout out Kevin Pierpont. Joining me on the show is from Squared Circle Maniacs, Johnny Bottles in this motherfucker. Air horn. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
What's going on, man? How are you?
Dude, I'm doing really, really, really great. I had a blast with you on the podcast we did. I'm happy that you were able to come join. I threw Don. I know Don's busy, but he did get a link. But in case he wants to pop in and cut a promo for 5 minutes or something, if he's able to. And I'm excited for Backlash. How are you feeling about it?
I'm feeling a little ambivalent about it. I mean, this is like a throwaway pay-per-view, I guess. It's not a lot of hype around it, I don't think. I don't perceive that except for the Cena Orton match, in my opinion. But I don't know. I'm sure that every time I have these feelings about these lesser pay-per-views, the B-grade pay-per-views, something big happens on them to surprise me. So I think that they will draw me in as the show goes on. Something's going to happen. I think we're going to have a big debut by somebody tonight. I don't know who.
Jeff Cobb or Goldberg, if you had to put money on it.
Oh, my God. If Goldberg's going to come out, allegedly, the rumor is Goldberg might be Gunther's opponent in his retirement match.
So do you think Goldberg comes out to help McAfee beat Gunther or something like that?
I don't know. I think McAfee's going to get beat down by Gunther, and Goldberg will come out and stop it. That's what I'm thinking, if that does happen. But, you know, Bill Goldberg, last time I saw him on Twitter, did you see that clip on Twitter that a fan put up? They met Goldberg at a 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
And he was shrunk down to the size of a normal human being.
Yeah.
He, lost all his muscle mass. So, and that was just, 2 months ago. So
I think Goldberg could make a lot of sense to set up a match with John Cena at like last time ever, once in a lifetime match at SummerSlam, like Goldberg spears, and then like every week building up to that, we can get Goldberg spearing John Cena and leaving him laying or whatever, you know?
Exactly. That would be a great scenario.
Run those likes up for Squared Circle Maniacs. Follow my guy Johnny Bottles at Johnny_Bottles with a Z on X. And then, of course, you and Don Wayne host Squared Circle Maniacs on youtube.com/@SC Maniacs, correct?
Yes.
Off the top of the knot, dude. Off the top of the dome. Kevin Pierpont for 2 says, Finn screws Dom. Dragunov saves McAfee.
Allegedly.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? I got my picks locked in. So, Johnny, I know we did the preview show, but I told you on that show, I don't lock my picks in until the day of. So right before I locked my picks in, Dom's retaining. Gunther's going to win. Or I said, if you want to give me bonus points, if McAfee wins, then we're going to get what I predicted on the show where like Gunther and Ludwig sort of split up and Ludwig looks at Gunther like, you couldn't even beat a football player, bro. You know, that sort of thing. Right. I got Becky beating Lyra tonight, then Lyra eventually beating Becky at like SummerSlam or whatever. I got Jacob retaining. I got John Cena retaining as well, then something crazy happening. So if you're in chat, we're not doing a giveaway this week, but you can try and beat. I went perfect on WrestleMania night 1. I went perfect like 15-0 on the AEW show before that. I think I went like 4-3 or whatever on the WrestleMania night 2. But either way, you can try and beat Phil. What's up with you, Bottles? Who are your picks? Like, what's your pick for this match right here in this U.S. title match?
I'd have to say Jacob Fatu is going to retain this.
Yeah.
He's got to retain this.
Yeah, I agree. This has got to be his making moment. His making moment. Fatu. Yeah, so and then they uncovered the canvas. So like I said, they're like leaving them covered during the YouTube stuff. That's like a YouTube and wherever else the kickoffs are. I don't know. I don't know if you guys find that type of shit interesting, but we break it down here at PWT. Now you see it's uncovered and all the ads are popped up there now that they're on Netflix and Peacock and wherever they need to be.
The Samoan werewolf.
All gas, no brakes. Gold is the definition of the what a mark clip. Who are you talking about? AR Gold? Is he in here or what? Gold, have you considered becoming a member? Be respectful. Oh, there's someone being a troll in here or what? Oh, Goldie Roger 21. Yeah, I'm a sicko and proud of it. Tony Khan is the best and nobody can compete with his checkbook. And Mariah May re-signed with AEW.
Did she?
I don't know.
I haven't heard that.
It's good stuff, man.
If that's true.
Or are you are you just like Yeah. Exactly.
You figure that'd be all over Twitter, or you would, AEW would have an announcement saying.
No, she didn't, or else I'd have definitely heard about it. But yeah, who knows? Her dream is to be in WWE. We know that, but I mean, she's so young. Like, okay, to me, you need to get out of AEW pronto, and she needs to be just like she would just be like the head of NXT, the tippy top of it, for probably like a few years if you think about it. Here's the thing, though. She is young enough where just stay there and get Tony Khan's millions of dollars, like get 6 or 7 figures for 2 or 3 more years. Fuck it, and then go to WWE. That's on. If she can do that, I'm okay with that. Like people who are early in their 20s, especially, just take Tony's money. Don't get any on you. Get some reps on TV. But notice how she's completely off TV, not being used. She's not in the opening Dynamite thing, and then yeah, the reason for that is because, and Mina Shirakawa as well, is like, I'm signing with AEW, but they just stick her in Ring of Honor and shit. And that's because she's like really tight with Mariah, and Tony's done playing with those toys. Mariah's going to dip out to WWE. Yeah, so. Jade Cargill allegedly got offered the money she wanted from AEW and still passed on it. Yeah, that's not alleged. She got offered more than what she tried to do to let Tony down easy. And this is 100% the facts. Okay. She tried to let Tony down easy by saying, you can counter, like, here's what they fucking offered me. Okay. You can counter it, but like, I'm leaning this way. And then he countered with more money than they offered her. And she went, oh, it's not about the money. You know what I mean? And he offered her a significant amount more than what they were offering her. But she got WWE to raise it up too, is what I'm saying. Like, she finagled them, but she was always going to go to WWE. It didn't matter. But ultimately, WWE was willing to bump up to make sure that Tony couldn't beat her. She still tried to let Tony down nice. It didn't happen. Same with Steph Vaquer. Steph Vaquer got offered way more money, and she was in her hotel room crying. She said it on that radio show. The dirt sheets didn't really run with it because it was in Spanish or whatever, but they offered her like way more money, and Shawn Michaels just flat out told her, like, well, we're not going to give you that money, but like, look at your crying. Like, obviously you don't want to go there. The money isn't everything, right? Or you wouldn't be crying. You'd just be like, sure, give me the money. And so she's like, right, I realized what my dream was in that moment. So sometimes that money from Tony makes you realize what your dream and what your goals really are, because Stephanie will make more money in the long run. You know what I'm saying, Bottles?
I know exactly what you're saying. Isn't it something new where, I mean, Shawn Michaels asked Stephanie, where do you want to go? Do you want to go to Raw? You want to go to SmackDown? Or you want to go to NXT? She had an option.
Yeah.
And she said, I'll go to Raw. And then she thought about it for like half a day. And she called him up and said, I want to go to NXT. I would need to work on my English. And I didn't realize that they had English language classes at NXT for our, our
they have
English
all that
language
stuff.
Impaired people. But, they got it all.
They have acting coaches, language coaches, everything, man. Everything you could, like, speech. Well, I think they're actually called speech pathologist. I think that's for when you have like a speech impediment or something. But either way, yes, it's all locked down, man.
Do they have social media training classes?
Yes, and you don't get those types of resources, and that's the thing. But shout out any sickos who want to come in here and debate. Like, I'm all open to that shit, and I'm glad when they hate on me. I like to get hated on sometimes. It keeps you in check. You know what I mean?
Yes, I'm used to being hated on. So
yeah. Chat will always tell me when I'm being a dumbass, and I'll always tell chat when they're being restarts, and it works out that way. Here we go. This match is cooking, though. Like, everyone's where they need to be. I know we're babbling about AEW, but not too much outside of the ring action either. Like, they started early that way, but then they head outside and they start doing the damn thing. Okay, now that we got you locked in here, I need to see. I want to throw this. I want to see who. Man, Jose the assistant. Oh, God. He sent me a clip of like some shit he was doing over this weekend or whatever.
Right.
And some heat he got into.
He got into heat?
Well, kind of, man. There's this spot with this old granny. I'll play it later in the show, but man, you should see some savage shit went down at this indie.
Uh-oh.
But yeah. So you got Jacob Fatu. Now, you had made your picks on our preview show. I don't remember all your goddamn picks, so I'll ask you before each match.
Sure.
I should put a poll in the chat on Clips channel, but I don't know if that's what I'm going to do. And it is Saturday, so we want 100 likes over on the Clips channel. We are live on X. If you're over on X, come on over to YouTube. Come on over, baby. So the poll in the chat on the Clips channel, I said, do you think Jeff Cobb will debut tonight? And 58% are saying no. So here, I'm going to put a poll in the chat on the Clips channel. And thank you, George, for being on top of these fucking, illegal websites trying to lure people over. Click on this phishing scam link.
Is that what that is? That Backlash 2025 live on whatever that is.
Yeah, dude, when I do, or like if I'm live on like the night of UFC, like there's UFC, hockey, and Backlash tonight. So we're going to have a bunch of bots. You got to be ready on Saturday nights because you'll get the UFC ones as well. 10 minutes and we'll get the fucking UFC, whatever, 3:15's tonight live and, link, and they just spam your fucking your chat. It's crazy. So I'm going to start a poll, youtube.com/@ProWrestleClips to be in our fucking polls. Okay? Who do you think wins the
This is a preview of possibly SummerSlam, Money in the Bank
to come?
Yes. This is the match to come out of this four-way.
There we go. Polls in the chat over on the Clips channel. Come on over to YouTube. And yeah, Johnny, I appreciate you being cool with my loosey-goosiness too. I work well, I gel well with those who understand who understand my loosey-goosiness,
When Don and I do our show, I'm the one who's loosey-goosey. So I can
There you go.
Yes. I go with the flow. I'm just kicking back, drinking a Bud Light, and
Bud Light. I got a red wine going here. So cheers, my brother.
Well, there you go, pal. I just emptied mine. I got to refill it. Now I'll give you a cheers. There you go. You probably see me. No one else can, but there you go.
Oh, dude, you're a beer in a glass guy too?
Got to drink it out of a glass.
Yeah, me too. See, we're like we're twinsies, man. That's
you
how
go.
That happens. Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Twin sons of different mothers.
Guy. Yeah, exactly.
What was that album? Was that who did that album? Dan Fogelberg and Tim Weisberg, I think. Back in the day. That's two names for the kids to look up. Because I'm an old man.
Google machines for those ones.
Yes.
You see those gold Bud Light cans where George St. Pierre actually took a chunk of his UFC championship and then they melted it down and they gold plated or gold whatever a bunch of these cans of Bud Light.
That's fantastic, man.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. Even though it's probably just a little microscopic dribble of the gold in the can.
Yeah. You can taste the greatness. Taste George St. Pierre's greatness. Greatness, this. Yeah. See, LA Knight doesn't need the title because he's over, win, lose, or draw. He's just always over. Drew, I don't know. He's bigger than a belt as well. Like the feuds he gets in are bigger than the world heavyweight title feuds. It feels like Jacob needs this because we're building him right now.
Oh,
Priest has just become such an afterthought in the last how many months, since before Mania.
Dude, what a fall off for Damian Priest. What a fall off.
Oh, dude.
It's like when they took Rhea Ripley away from him when they were the Terror Twins. He's dropped in the rankings. It's a shame.
Fatu's fucking insane the way he's just swanton off the top, running butt splash, dive to the outside. I'm so happy for this guy, man. I was telling my wife, I was like, look, man, 7 kids, did time. I was such a fan of him before he ever came. Like, he's a guy who it's like, oh, he's an MLW. I'm watching MLW for Fatu, wherever he goes, I'm watching it. And now look at him,
He's in the big time. And he thought for years that he wouldn't get hired by a bigger company because of his criminal record.
Oh, what a false finish with Priest. Almost fucking snagging that win. Did you see Priest just flopped over LA Knight there?
Yes.
Amazing.
I'm at the little recap right now.
Me too. So I'm on Netflix. Where you're watching on the cock or what?
Yeah, I'm watching it on the Yes, I am watching it on the cock.
Pause.
Yes,
no Diddy, right? But
No
we
Diddy.
are in Canada over here in PWT land, so everything's just on Netflix for WWE. It's amazing.
It is.
Yeah.
The whole network's on there, isn't it, basically? Or
Everything. Yeah, I watch SmackDown, NXT, Raw, and all the PLEs right here on Netflix. It's amazing.
What a time to be alive.
I know, dude. And then everything else, so WWE, LFG, and all those shows, and then also Dark Side of the Ring and all those shows are all on what is called Crave, which is owned by WBD. However, like Crave is our version of like Max essentially in America. You know what I mean? Crave is like HBO and DC and that sort of stuff. But no AEW, just WWE and Dark Side of the Ring and shit like that. So it's pretty seamless for me. I just, AEW is the only thing I have a problem. Like, even to watch Dynamite, sometimes I have to like pull up a link sometimes, if I'm not in the right room or whatever. So it's, yeah.
I see my man Moose Knuckle. We're all in the cock. Yes, we are.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah,
Oh,
George.
Claymore
we'll
going. Whoa, what's going to happen here?
We'll do what we can with likes tonight, but Jericho's going to do a run-in. Chris Jericho's here in the wings.
Dude. Oh, my
Claymore.
God. What timing?
Wow. Yeah. Very
Perfect
last
timing.
second. Very last second. I'm going to close the poll hopefully before the match ends because I know you guys like to cheat in there. Another 2.9999. Yeah. By God, it was 2 10/8 of a third before that kick out.
Now I'm thinking, who's going to take the pin in this match? Don't tell me it's going to be LA Knight.
It's going to be LA Knight. It's going to be LA because they got to protect Priest, and LA Knight doesn't get hurt from taking losses ever. He doesn't need belts. He doesn't need anything. He's just over as fuck. So I feel like it's going to be LA Knight, even though I fucking love LA Knight. Sorry, what were you going to say there?
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I was interrupting you, bro.
Have you heard that the rumor that LA Knight is a pain in the ass backstage?
Yeah, absolutely. Husey tells me this all the time, and I don't bring it to the show because he's always like, allegedly, but his allegedlys are spot on a lot of the time. It's really spot on a lot of the time because he's hearing, he's fucking editing K100 and he's hearing people talk and shit, but he tells me all the time that LA Knight is a pain in the ass and that Slim Jim, like, they got mad at him about his gear. He was wearing like gray and green and shit, and they're like, "What the fuck?" Like,
drab,
you're
drab
supposed
colors.
to be the megastar, yeah. Like, you're wearing brown and shit. Like, wear better. So then, when he got the Slim Jim thing, they're like, "Well, do red and yellow to be like Macho Man and the Slim Jim." You know what I mean? Like, do the red and yellow for the Slim Jim, and he's kept that on. So and this is stuff I've never brought to the show, but you brought it up, so. There you go. I'll spill the little beans there, chat. But yeah, I don't really talk about it too much because it's hearsay. But yes, I've definitely heard that a bunch. Yeah. And it's not that he's like a prick. It's just that he feels like people are out to get him is the vibe. Like, he just feels like he's good. No one's really going to have his best interest. So he's got to just look out for himself and put the walls up, which is chill. Right.
Yes.
But
yes,
you got to let people help you sometimes. You know what I mean? And like, some people reject it or they don't take clues. They don't clue in or take hints and shit, yeah. Oh my God.
I go back and watch some of those NWA clips from when Eli Drake was in the NWA. They're all over YouTube. And I'm thinking he's doing the same shtick back in the NWA.
Yeah,
he
was.
Now.
Yes.
What a great segue.
On NWA Power, Eli Drake was the shit. And in TNA, he was awesome too. I've been a fan of him for a long time. Yeah. But he was doing this shtick just in NWA. You're absolutely right. That's where he like really locked in and found what it was during his like TV and national heavyweight reigns or whatever. Yeah, so Drew and Mac and Priest are out of this thing. The South of Heaven off the top through the tables, they're out of this thing. So it's going to be Fatu pinning LA Knight because Solo gets involved or does some dumb shit.
When Jason Jordan comes out to check on you, you're done.
Yeah.
Jason
Jordan's an automatic. You're out of here, bud.
The announce table slowly falling apart. The front's gone. The top's gone.
LA Knight's gonna take this shit.
It's just oh man. You know, I love the guy. I just wish they would use him better. Well, people say, well, look, he's getting pushed. Crowds love him. But you got somebody like that, why not put a championship belt, put the heavyweight championship on this kid? The kid, he's 43, 42. There's Solo Sikoa.
Shadow Bat Ash is saying, I was catching up on AEW Collision and I'm taking a break by watching WWE Backlash, LOL. That's funny.
Shadow, that's a palate cleanser for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Little backlash to get the taste of Collision out of your mouth.
No doubt. I didn't even watch that shit.
Whoa, Jeff Cobb. Oh, you called it, buddy. You called it.
God damn it. Cobb's here. So are they going to lean into his, because listen, he is of Filipino descent, but you have to understand Cobb is a fucking he is of Hawaiian descent as well. Do you guys know what I'm saying? And The Rock has ties in Hawaii. These guys all have ties in Hawaii. And the tweet he put out, he said, I'm going to go where the waves take me. Or the post he made on Instagram. Now, I was going to be like, waves, tsunami, Bronson Reed. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Looks like they're doing that.
Bronson's SmackDown talent.
I personally thought, and the crowd's not reacting, I personally thought John Cena or... See, now, so here's how we get to Jacob Fatu becoming a babyface. Cobb's his Solo's new monster. Now, to me, I feel like him joining Seth and Heyman's faction or Cena would have been more effective. I feel like the crowd's sitting here like, okay, another Samoan that
you're saying Cobb is middle. He's a Pacific Islander the way a middle-aged Italian man was Chief Jay Strongbow.
Exactly, dude.
Yes.
That's pretty much it.
Yes.
So,
but I buy it. I buy it 100%. Look at Cobb. What a beast.
So Jacob Fatu won.
What a barrel-chested bastard. And he pinned LA Knight. Oh, man. LA Knight needs to form another group. He needs to form a group. Get 3 other guys. Call it the Night Line.
The Night Line? That could actually be funny. Man, yeah, you know, Husey, again, I'm always putting him over, but he was adamant that he was pretty adamant. He was like, Jeff Cobb's probably going to be there by Backlash and shit. He was saying that for a while. But again, I don't like some of the stuff I like to hold because it's like everyone's predicting when. You could just say Cobb's going to show up anytime, you know? So It's easy to it's easy to say that. But now we have the reason. I like this, that we have the reason Fatu's like, what the fuck? And you can tell, too, Bronson Reed would have just been in this role if Jeff Cobb wasn't there.
Oh, no doubt.
And it seems weird that Lance Anuai, who signed to NXT, and Hikuleo, who signed to NXT. It's pretty crazy, and WWE. It's pretty crazy they didn't go with Hikuleo to be this guy because he's the Tongan's little big brother, you know? So you figured it would have been him, but no, they went Jeff Cobb. And so for the people who are about to cry, Jeff Cobb does have Hawaiian descent as well. He did represent Guam in like the All-American, in the whatever games or whatever, the Worlds or whatever. And he does have Filipino descent, but there's also Hawaiian descent there. So, don't be upset by that. And obviously, when he put the message out, "Where the waves take me," I felt like that was sort of him making a call to that whole thing. But I don't know, man. I think it would have been more effective to debut him with Seth or to debut him with Cena. I think people are going to shit all over this. I bet the IWC's melting down right now. Johnny Bottles, what do you think of that debut there?
I think it's a little taste of what's to come. You've got to throw a little extra salt in the stew, make it taste a little bit better, and that's what they did. You'll get an explanation for this on SmackDown. and an introduction to Jeff Cobb. And I wouldn't be surprised if they're slowly restocking the bloodline. Solo's slowly restocking. And he'll bring up Hikuleo. Hikuleo is not on TV in NXT, but he's getting kudos from the Performance Center staff and all the trainers. Say that the guy's great. And he's a large man, tall guy. I love to see him on national television. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. But I think that it's a slow trickle. It's a slow trickle just to get your palate, just to get your feet wet a little bit. And what do you got on your Netflix feed right now, by the way?
So it was just an ad for WWE Shop and then hyping up just WWE type shit, you know?
Oh, okay. I got you. I saw a Saudi Riyadh commercial. Come visit Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, I got that as well.
Oh, okay. There you go. Night of Champions.
So typically what happens during the commercials on Netflix is we get a timer in the corner and then they just play music, or it's just more show. Usually like Ludwig Kaiser, the Boo Day, or Chad Gable comes out and just talk shit to Jackie Redmond or Kathy Kelly or whatever. Or they just show a timer with like this music that goes like boo, 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 boo. And then it's like wrestlers, like WWE superstars doing poses and shit.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I got you.
So.
What a view. Look at that.
John Cena versus Randy Orton. Their storied rivalry began 25 years ago. They've had 23 one-on-one matches.
If Travis Scott comes out for this main event.
Yeah, no
I'm
doubt.
about to shoot my monitor here.
Yeah, might just fucking put an axe to this computer and end this thing.
This is coming up now. Look at that.
Okay, so I'm 1-0 tonight. I'm 1-0. I'm going to put a poll over in the Clips channel again. Okay. About, let me see here. 115 on the Clips channel. In total, we have like 400. We have 350 watching us. If you're on X, come on over to YouTube. And let me see here. I'm going to put another poll in the chat. Who do you think wins? Who do you think wins the Women's IC Championship match? Lyra Valkyria or Becky Lynch? Becky Lynch Hogan. I locked in Becky Lynch is going to win, and then Lyra will get it back at like SummerSlam or something. What, Johnny Bottles, say you?
I say that Becky Lynch will win by outside interference. Lyra will be disqualified because Bayley will make a run in and beat down Becky Lynch before the match is over.
Yeah.
You got to bring Bayley in. I mean, she was just waylaid backstage. It's not like she's, in a neck brace and they carted her off in an ambulance or anything like that. She just got beat up backstage. So, and that was what, a month ago?
Yeah, not too long ago.
Yeah.
How long was Mania? Like 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Something like that. Not even that long ago.
That's what I think.
Yeah, typically I'll do some news sometimes during these these segments. So I'll do that maybe after this one. I feel like this vignette package is almost, or maybe we can run through a few. Chris McCarty, let me check in with chat actually for a moment here.
Mm-hmm.
Chris McCarty's been a member for 2 months. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your membership. Sorry. Yeah, I'm in OC 420 2025. Fabio, she hasn't held the US, or if so, IG not anymore. Hi, Phil. Hi, Moose Knuckle. Nefarious means I answer just to get it off my screen, but I don't care. Okay, well, I care about my polls train of thought. Don't be a fucking hater, man, okay? Becky going for Grand Slam. She's 100% winning, yeah. 99 degrees in Pasadena. Thanks, Obama. Well, you're welcome. You're welcome. Phil, Jacob Fatu seemed a little confused where Jeff Cobb came from. Well, that's just it. Same with Bronson Reed, where they're like, dude, I'm Samoan. I just call my cousins, you know, like we're all connected. They're just going to make that connection. And Jacob's going to be like, what the fuck? I thought I was your monster and shit. And yeah, that's where we get it. Now, Solo has a new monster. Jeff Cobb is going to fight Jacob Fatu. And yeah, I mean, that's how we get Jacob to turn fully babyface, because he gets ultimately betrayed and he realizes, oh shit, Solo's not that dude. He really doesn't care about anyone but himself.
There you go.
And so
I like the way you think.
And then when Bronson Reed comes back, does he align with Jacob, or does he align with, or does Roman team up with Jacob and go, yeah, fuck these guys or whatever? But yeah, there's lots to tell, and they're just expanding the bloodline. And I told you guys, listen, they need to add 1 or 2 or 3, because if they split off, let's say the Tongans go with Jacob, because the Tonga kid is Jacob Fatu's uncle or whatever,
father.
Right?
Father.
His father. There you go. So that's
Yes.
his father. So the Tonga kid is Jacob's dad, who teamed with Haku, who is Tama and Loa and Hikaleo's dad. Okay?
Yes.
So imagine those guys split off, and then Solo's like, well, and think about it, the other Tongans are gone too. So maybe Solo's like, here's Hikaleo and Lance Anoa'i and Reed and fucking and Cobb, like all these fucking Hawaiian, Samoan, Tongan guys you don't even know about. You know, like these are dudes that were all forgotten. Me, Lance, and Cobb. We don't even have the same last name as all you motherfuckers or whatever. However they do it. That could all work and add to it and keep this bloodline shit going much longer. And I don't think it's ran its course fully, especially if it's Jacob taking them out now, Let's fucking go.
You could have a bloodline versus bloodline match of Jacob, Jay, Jimmy, Roman against Solo, Jeff Cobb, Bronson, Hikaleo.
There you go.
And if you want to bring Sammy into it, then you can add Lance on the other side too.
Yeah, exactly, man.
There goes the bird.
Someone says, John Ansell says, Jeff Cobb looked like a fat, greasy mess. Here's the thing, though. He will beat the shit out of 80% of the roster, probably 90% of the roster for a shoot. He would beat the shit out of them in real life. You know what I mean?
Guy.
Look
wide
at Tyson
guy, barrel-chested. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. And look at Tyson Fury with his shirt off. Like, that guy will beat the shit out of 95% of the planet of fucking Earth. You know what I mean? So
yeah, he's doughy,
that
but
shit
he's got
just don't
fast hands.
matter, Yeah,
Right.
real dudes, I'm sorry. That dude is the most legit guy, in the locker room. And I know that doesn't matter when it comes to like entertainment and looks and all that, but wait till he's in his singlet and you're seeing him throw guys around like a stockier, bigger, barrel-chested or Taz. He's just like a bigger, better version of Taz, pretty much. So just wait for that, and you'll love it. If you
What do you
haven't
think of
seen
this
him
bird
work yet.
gimmick or Lyra
Yeah,
Valkyria?
I don't know, very Kenny Omega-ish. I can't stand it.
All she needs is a blow-up doll to take it full Kenny Omega.
I see her in the bird suit, and I'm like, who is this? Right?
Is Becky a real redhead?
I think it's awesome. I can't make many more bird sounds. I don't know. I don't know any more bird
Becky,
sounds I have.
just talk like Tony Khan. He sounds like Charlie from Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
just do that. I think Becky dyes her hair red. I think she's really she's not a ginger, a true ginger. I think
No,
she's
she
brunette.
dyes it orange like that. Yeah, bro. She
Yeah.
does. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a shoot, brother. I like the Morgan and Morgan ad in the middle. If you guys create these arenas for 2K, fucking don't add all these ads in it, dude. Because I like that it's authentic, but at the same time, it's like I don't need to have all these. I don't need a Cricket 5G taking up space. You know what I mean?
What about a Pro Wrestle Times ad right in the middle of the?
That's cool. So
the
people
ring?
have done those.
There you
That's
go.
awesome. And I'm all good with that. Yeah, people
Nice.
upload PWT signs and stuff. You guys can do that on 2K. Go and download them. And follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/prowrestletimes.
There's the part-time wrestler, the referee. Have you heard that story?
About what, sorry?
Jessica Carr, the referee.
That she's...
she wrestles for WWE.
Right, she's Calyx. She's wrestles under the mask as Calyx, yeah.
Yeah, on
Evolve.
Evolve.
Yeah, she's not too good. She's pretty green, bro. I watched her debut. She'll get it over time. She used to wrestle on the indies and shit, and she'll get it. That's why she's in Evolve. And I'm glad she's wearing a mask. And I'm glad that they're doing it that way and not just like, well, here's our referee who has matches here on Evolve, you know?
Yes. What I heard, they copyrighted the name Calyx. I thought, well, they're calling up Sol Ruka because that's her real first name. They're going to change her name to Calyx?
Calyx's first name is really Sol Ruka's real name is Calyx?
Calyx, yes. Her father was the keyboard player for Fishbone. Remember the ska punk band Fishbone?
Wow, dude. And so
he was a replacement keyboard player.
So
for
much
Fishbone.
sense where her vibe comes from, eh?
Yes, she's mixed race.
Her whole vibe makes so much sense now that you say that. And then so her real name's Calyx? What a fucking tight name, dude. Sol Ruka's a really great name too.
Not with a K though. She spells it with a C.
Either way, though, that's a name like you could run with that, dude.
Right.
I wonder if she had to ask permission. Or if she got smited like Muhammad Hassan asking Eddie Guerrero for permission to do the camel clutch. And Eddie's like, my fucking grandpa invented it, Holmes. Orale, I'll slap the shit out you.
Have you heard the rumor going around, speaking of Eddie Guerrero, about Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit?
Which rumor?
I don't want to say. I don't know if I could say it on the air.
Well, like, beat around the bush because we're on YouTube, but like, which rumor?
They rode together, they toured together, they stayed in the same hotel rooms together, and supposedly there was some sort of physical relationship between the two. I don't know if I don't know if there's any smoke to that fire. I don't know, but that's the rumor that's being floated right now. That's why Benoit was so upset. It just started wafting its way around Twitter, and then they got taken down, and it was just
and that's why Benoit was so upset and went crazy.
Yes, that's why Benoit was so upset when Eddie died.
I don't know,
but
here's the thing.
I mean, if they were good friends, if your best friend passed away,
and no, it's more than that. It's not just their best friends; it's their best friends. And Benoit has a pill addiction and is mixing pills with alcohol, and
steroids.
He has the brain of a 70-whatever-year-old man, like they said. So you mix all that together. Your best friend died, and you have holes in your brain from getting hit in the head. So that's why he was so emotional and crazy, because CTE makes people overly emotional and crazy and violent and shit. So I am going to go out on a limb and say no homo.
No homo?
I'm going to say no homo on those two. I think it was more Benoit's mental illness and stuff, and they were just tight.
I had the same feeling too.
Yeah, that's what it is. But also, I don't know. Like, hey, I'll give you an X-Files for that. If that's the fucking case. I mean, that's the... Who knows?
Scully!
No judgment if they were, but that would make sense. You know, that would add. So now fall Norawi for MYR 15. This guy's in Malaysia actually. Yes, Malaysia loves PWT. MYR is Malaysian ringgit. I feel like Fatu will be somehow aligned with Roman, but to back him up against Heyman's faction. See, I thought Roman, because Roman's got like 2 manias left if we're lucky. Probably this one coming up will be his last one, if I had to honestly take a guess. Or like his last one for maybe a couple years, then he comes back and does another one Rock style or something. But Roman's not sticking around that much longer. People got to accept that. I thought Roman should put over Jacob Fatu at a WrestleMania. I felt like that should have been the big move. But do they team up? That could happen now against Solo Sikoa and Cobb. That would be like if Jacob's like, I called family too, and then Roman shows up to back him up. You know, I could totally get down with that. Now,
A lot of
Fall,
moving parts.
where
A lot
are
of moving
you?
parts, Phil.
A lot of moving parts. You're right, but that's what WWE's been doing well. They've been spinning a lot of plates and keeping it going for the most part, you know. But now, Fall, where are you watching? Is it on Netflix in Malaysia or what? And thank you for your super chat. Thank you, my guy.
Can you imagine if Vince was trying to plot all this out? God damn it, pal. What did we do last week? He wouldn't have any continuity in any of these shows.
Rip up the script. Rip up the goddamn script right now, pal. I'm back in charge of things. Who the fuck is this other chubby Hawaiian guy? He has no tattoos. He can't be from Samoa. Quick, paint some tattoos on his face and give him braids.
God damn it. Who hired Rhino? He's not Samoan.
And where's that girl? Where's that girl who plays with the swords? Tell her I want to come cut up some shit on my plane. I'm going to take a poop and I want her to chop it up before it hits the floor. I want to shoot a log in the air. And before it hits the floor, I want her to slice it and dice it like that scene from Ninja Turtles where Leonardo slices the pizza perfectly down. But it better be in perfectly cut squares, like a Toblerone. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Somebody call Patterson. Vince, he's been dead for the last 9 years. God damn it.
That's good shit, pal. Yeah. Yeah, Becky, get back in there and win. You're raiding with the title.
Phil, you ever think about what Vince thinks about when he watches the shows? Because you know he's watching. You know he's keeping track of all this. He's the third largest stockholder still.
Hey, I watch every week, pal, and let me tell you, I hate it. Hey, Triple H, you're fired. Fire yourself, or else you're.
We need more Divas chocolate pudding matches.
Why is
you
it
remember
this girl
those
in
back?
a
Do you remember those back in the Divas era? They would wrestle in like wading pools full of. They called it mud, but it was supposedly chocolate pudding. What a Freudian reveal in Vince's mind.
Man. I know. He's a fucking freaky, weird dude, man.
This has been a great match so far, for what I see. While I'm talking all over it.
Yeah, I've been locked in, bro. Oh man, that's good shit. A good old Vince is always good to break out once in a while. Gone but not forgotten.
Right now, he's probably sitting in his penthouse apartment, drinking a 32-ounce glass of blood so he can live another century and book more promotions.
Here we go. What is this cartwheel? Ooh. Oh, Enziguri.
This chick is so good, man. Lyra Valkyria.
She is really great in ring. Yeah, she's like super clean in ring. That's why this feud, if anything, it's brought in more out of Lyra, like more of her personality and shit.
Well, Becky likes to work with people who don't get a fair shake. She said
she
that.
Just got engaged to this like super nerdy dude too.
Really?
Proving some of you fucking geeks have a chance as well.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Yeah, at a WWE diva, okay? If we don't get to 100 likes by the end of this match, Chris Jericho's doing a fucking run-in.
She's a very talented chicken lady.
I'm going to go end the poll before we get to the end of this match, so you guys can't cheat.
Phil, the crowd sounds split.
In the clip. What's that, sorry?
The crowd. I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
Well, I was just saying the poll, Becky Lynch Hogan is at 65% over at youtube.com/at Pro Wrestle Clips. Come over there if you're on X. What were you saying there, Johnny Bottles?
I said the crowd sounds very split. Equal chance of let's go Lyra, let's go Becky. Even though Becky's a heel. But what are you going to do to like actually turn these people against Becky Lynch? Throw a guy in a wheelchair down a flight of stairs? What do you got to do? Have her do that?
Kane will tell you about that.
Yeah, have Chelsea Green in a wheelchair with an ankle injury and have Becky push her down a flight of stairs. There's Jessica Carr, the anti-Aubrey Edwards.
Yeah, true that. She's really fucking good in her role.
Yes.
And they started Calix her own Twitter as well, which makes the most sense. Like, that's... A rope break. Damn, the babyface grabbing the rope like that. The crowd tisking and booing her. Yeah, Becky's going off here on Valkyria. She's really fighting from behind. Well, I gotta drink me some red wine here. So cheers to that. No, I'm typically a beer guy. I've just been trying to be very healthy, lately. And wine, I mean, some people will shit on it, but hey, man, it's the nectar of the gods, as they say. It's one of the essences of life. Some of the great philosophers and people, or maybe they were just drunk assholes, but
drunken assholes, maybe.
Yeah, dude. What's wrong with that?
Nothing wrong with that. Red wine's got. Is it red wine or white wine you're drinking? Red wine.
Red wine. I'm a red wine guy. Yeah, white wine's okay. My wife likes that. It depends. I'll more like cook with white wine. I'll cook with white wine, but white wine is more. It just, to me, it's just too much like juice. I can't explain it.
I got that. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
a
like
lot
bitter
of
fucking-
antioxidants in red wine. Good for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I love like that shit that like makes my tongue vibrate. When it hits the back of my palate. I like that shit. That bitter fucking. I like really hoppy beers as well. Like I'm very hoppy in that. But I like a good lager as well. I had a good 8% lager last night. It was nice. Just had two beers, guys. Watching my shit.
Have you had the Broken Skull IPA?
I want to try it.
I can't.
I want
find
to try
down here
it
in Florida.
And yeah, dude, I want to like do a taste test review on Patreon or something. We should do it, Johnny Bottles. We can fucking compare.
Yeah.
I want that Broken Skull. I want that real American beer. I want to try all the different ones, all the wrestler. Like Maven tried all the drinks,
Mm-hmm. Big drink down here.
Oh shit! Joining us on the show.
Who do we have?
Chris Jerry. No. Alt Jake Takes On is here on the show, ladies and gentlemen.
Jake is in.
Jake is here. Jake,
Gentlemen,
what's up,
how
buddy?
goes it? I'm doing well. How are you, my friend?
Good, man. Are you watching Backlash?
Absolutely. Johnny, nice to
Okay.
meet you. Your co-host Don was on my Spaces show a couple weeks ago, and he was awesome. We had a great time.
Nice.
Oh, that's good. Where was my invitation? That's okay. That's all right.
That's George's job. I run the technical side. I listen to your podcast with Phil, how you and Don, you each got your things that you do on it. I kind of do the video editing and the audio editing and all that. And George kind of tells me what to do with the show and when to talk.
George is the producer.
Yeah,
director.
yeah.
He's producer. Exactly. That'd be the correct terminology.
Producer extraordinaire. Andy Richter to my, Conan is kind of the idea.
The great George
or old fogey on or just old vintage fogey here on PWT.
George
So
is?
check out Joe.
He's
George
a man of advancing age like me.
Yeah, he's vintage George Capture here.
That's what it is. Vintage.
Yes.
No,
what a
but
match, man. What a match.
But check out the All Jake Takes On YouTube for clips of the spaces and that. So Lyra just kicked out after getting Becky in the armbar, and fucking that was crazy because I was like, if she taps her out with an armbar, that's crazy. But that didn't happen. But then Becky got the cover 1-2, lat 2.999 and 10/8 of 1/7 right before the kick out, and crowds chanting, "This is awesome. This match is cooking." This PLE's been, that 4-way was really something too. So
yeah,
so far this has been really, really good. And now Becky just teeing off.
Showing out for Ireland.
Vintage. Yeah, George. Vintage. That's exactly it, man.
The vintage George Captor. Here we go. What's she gonna do now?
I don't know. She's
Alicia
headed out to
Taylor.
the side, grabbing a fucking a chair. Samantha Irvin punching the air right now, going, "That could have been me."
Have you heard how Alicia Taylor got her job?
No clue how she got it. No.
Well, she was actually a drummer for a punk band.
Okay.
And one of her friends, who's a musician, was in a show in his band, and Rhino showed up, and he sent the picture with Rhino and him to Alicia because she knew that she was into wrestling. So you recognize this guy? He says he's a wrestler. Oh, that's Rhino. Oh my God. So somehow those two met at a show, at a music show, at some nightclub somewhere. And he gave her a few numbers to call for WWE, and he called ahead and said, hey, this girl's great. Have you ever thought about working for WWE? He said to Alicia Taylor. And she said, I love it. I love professional wrestling. And Rhino was the guy who got her in.
That's amazing. Rhino's such a good dude, and fucking he's beloved in WWE. Like, all the companies love him. He doesn't like him going to AEW and jobbing in 5 minutes. That doesn't hurt his cred in WWE or anything like that.
Right.
I'm surprised they don't have him on one of those deals where they just put him in the games and shit right now, but he might opt out of that too, because just like in the NBA and shit, there's going to be wrestlers who are like, no, you got to pay me more. Than not saying that's what he does, but he's still active wrestler. Maybe that's why. But yeah, shout him out, man. Everyone fucking loves Rhino.
A
manhandle slam. It's over. No kick out. Now we're just everybody's Will Ospreay now. Hey, I got an idea that'll get you over. What if you kick out of all my fucking finishers this match? Is that what everybody says in the back of every fucking match these days? Jesus
this
Christ.
will get her over. They're gonna people are gonna remember the fight that she had here.
I think Lyra's facials and her selling is gonna get her over more than anything, more than Becky just hitting 100 fucking finishers like it's 2K, like it's my faction mode. God damn it, Becky, I can't beat you. No,
Jessica, stop!
I can't get Persona card Becky, and now I'm fucking mad.
She's getting the turnbuckle.
Turnbuckle's off. Car, what are you doing? Why didn't you do that 4 minutes ago? So the Phantom driver, the Nightwing, the Samoan driver, and then a kick out. Car fucked that up. Car.
She did.
Car
was a good spot though.
Yes, but the move landed, and then Car's right there immediately to count. No, you're supposed to give it. It's supposed to be like 1, 2, and then you get there. 1, 2, kick out. You know, oh, it was a 4 or 5 count. Yeah, like right. It should have been like 4 or 5 for the audience, but it's like 1, 2. Maybe it was kind of that. I guess she just fucked it up because she was watching them as she's trying to put the buckle on. She was a step behind. That's all. It's all good though.
You.
After we just put her over, can't put anyone over, or they make you look stupid. That's what I've learned about pro wrestling,
especially live.
Jake, I say, Jake, I say Bailey's coming out. What say you?
Oh, I mean, what say you, old Jake?
I could see it after Becky had the line of the year with freaking what she said to Sam Roberts about her best paying $99 to text her best friend.
That was great.
That was God. That was, when she popped herself, like that was awesome.
Oh my God, look how Lyra did it. Dude, and the way she just did it too, that's crazy, man. And she was holding her fucking nose. She's like selling her nose while she's pinning, and she's still selling her nose. Lyra is, and she was selling her nose while she was pinning Becky. So I tonight am 1-1. And did I even put the poll in the chat? I thought I fucking did. Maybe
I think you did. Yeah, I think you put the poll in the chat.
I thought I did. Let me
I think you closed it like about 5 minutes ago to stop.
Oh, right, before the match ended. Yeah, I didn't want anyone to cheat. That's why. Thank you, Jake, for that.
Yeah,
so
no problem.
The
chat's notorious for that.
We're at 78 likes right now on the Clips channel. Thanks, guys, for running those up. She's still selling her nose. Like, Lyra's brilliant selling in this match. I thought Bailey would maybe hit the ring to fucking.
I was thinking she might
come make the save,
put her in the armbar.
But you can save that. You can save Bailey coming to make the save for like another, or just coming out to confront Becky at another time or something. I love the way Lyra, still selling her nose. Yeah, she got Jason Jordan, so like it's ending right there when Jason Jordan comes out. But Becky's mad and disgruntled. She didn't win. So what does this mean? Becky gets the rematch and wins ultimately at SummerSlam or something. I think it would have made Lyra more to drop the title, make her more to drop the title and regain it. But at the same time, like, she sold her ass off here and did so good. And I think
date a girl sold her ass
over.
Yeah,
even though Becky didn't put her over, Becky definitely helped get her over in this match. And people are kind of booing Becky now, more heat. she sells this well, and Lyra's really just selling being beat up and selling her face, even though like no blood, but she probably got popped and is like, I'm just going to keep selling this. Brilliant work from her. The crowd's clapping for her, and this is how you get over. I thought this match was going to be not as good as this, so I'm actually rating that very fucking high. 4 out of 5 stars for me.
Yeah, that was good.
Even though the kickouts were a little stupid, but especially when it ends with a roll up, she kicks out of everything, then gets a roll up while she's selling her nose too. That's kind of crazy, but either way, good match. And I'm just curious, like, so Becky wins on the bigger stage. I don't know if that's the move for WWE, unless Becky's going to be around longer than we think, so I'm 1-1. I thought that was a good overall match though. Overall. Yeah.
Could be a main event for Monday Night Raw.
Could be definitely like surrounding a pay-per-view or a Saturday night main event or some shit.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's coming up in 2 weeks, isn't it?
Right.
Saturday
I was
night's
just
main
going to say that.
4 Meltzers out of 5. Omar, thank you. Yes, 4 Meltzers out of 5. Maybe Becky doesn't win. Yeah, and then she just always goes 0 for life against Lyra. Because if you're counting NXT, she's lost to Lyra. She's 0-2 now in title matches. So who knows, man? Who fucking knows?
Well,
it was a good match, Brian. Okay, who wants some fucking news and some headlines here while they do a promo for 2K25?
Let's do it.
I like the
So
fishbone
everybody
reference
cheers.
earlier. That was awesome. As somebody who
What's
worked
that?
at a record, the fishbone reference that Johnny made earlier. That was as someone who worked at a record store in college from 2000 to 2004. That really hit home.
Love Fishbone.
Or anyone who's ever liked ska ever as well.
Yes.
Literally.
That was. I think that was like the prime time for ska.
There's
was
like
what,
3 or
96
4.
to-
Yeah.
yeah.
There's like 3 or 4 bands, that like stand out in the genre. They're one of them.
So many,
For sure.
So many bands of the 90s that did ska would come in and just have like hit or two and disappear and break up.
Exactly.
Remember,
Right?
remember Save Ferris, the band Save Ferris?
Yes.
Come On Eileen. They did a ska version of Come On Eileen with a female singer. It was fantastic.
Yeah, and then she did the duet with the Real Big Fish guy. She's got
Yes.
a girlfriend now. Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember
that was great.
Yes, that was awesome.
Real Big Fish is still out there doing it.
Speaking of
Mercedes Moné is on WWE TV.
Okay, that's Cardi B, and that's racist, bro. You better not fucking. You better all that. No.
I am sorry.
You know what they say.
Sometimes in life, you got to be a hoe.
That was good. That was
I'm
good.
joking, bro. I'm joking, Johnny. Let's go.
Fellas,
okay,
I'm gonna go get my drink restuffed. I'll be right back.
And on that note,
okay. So speaking of breaking,
Sometimes in life,
we
you
before the next match, we have Gators softball. So the female women's Florida Gator softball team, they have like a yeet with the tribal print in their dugout, which is pretty fucking cool.
Nice.
So something to keep your eye on there. Big fans of Jey Uso. Ladies love Uso. Natalia said that she's had talks with Saraya about training at her dungeon. And she says that she talked to her about coming to train with me. I'm really excited about her coming down. I told Paige, if you bring your heart and you bring your work ethic, you are ready to sweat. I would love for the chance to get in the ring with her. And right now, WWE on Backlash, they're playing the match between Cena and Orton from OVW. We played the one from the Brian Pillman Memorial Show. So there you go, man. The last time ever Cena and Orton linking up. The last time ever we'll probably see Paige in the ring. Maybe if she does like a 1 and done or a 2 and done or something. We also got introduced the Evolve WWE Championships, men's and women's Evolve titles. There they are. You can sort of just see how these belts were going to go. Like you just see the design and it's like, yeah, obviously it's WWE mixed with Evolve, but it's got the WWE side plate flavor, the white and the black to differentiate the men's and the women's, but keep them sort of the same. Makes sense. I like it.
Junior down there to the left.
Yeah, Terrorizing Junior. Exactly.
Yeah, look at him.
Jesus
He's
Christ.
dead like him. Dead on.
Jean Paul to the left, bro. Jeff Cobb is listed as a SmackDown superstar currently.
Nice.
So I was tweeting about this. It makes sense. He just ran out during that SmackDown match. I was also tweeting about how it could lend to what I was saying about John Cena. However, it's just the bloodline floodline. So it is what it is. No hate from me, but I'm curious to see where they go from there. Indy Hartwell explains how she kept her name after being released by WWE. So listen to this. This is fucking hilarious. So she tells Giga Chad Chris Van Vliet, I just asked. And she goes, this is how it went. I've had this name my whole wrestling career. When I started at NXT, when you start wrestling on live events, they make you wrestle under your real name. So I wrestled under my real name for a bit. And then I think I had a dark match at NXT and I just asked Road Dogg, like, hey, can I be Indy Hartwell for this? And he's like, oh yeah, I'll ask. Why not? And then they let me be Indy Hartwell for the dark match. And then it kind of just kept going. And then I got onto TV with it. I got my action figure with that name. I got in the game with that name. And then I think it was when NXT 2.0 started. They went through that whole weird thing of like, you have to. So listen, she stooges what Vince was doing. So you can't have your real name. So this is why Braun Breaker can't be Steiner, right? So you can't have your real name, but you also can't have a name that we don't own, right? So they gave me the option to change my name or sell the name Indy Hartwell to them. So I sold it to them. So she made a bag right there, right? And then it was always in the back of my mind, like, oh my gosh, if I get released, what name am I going to be? Like, that's a big deal to me. So then when I got the call that I was being released, they said, okay, we're releasing you. So this is all she did to get her name, folks. Everyone's like, why isn't Elias
Right?
and shit? Well, this is all he had to do.
Nobody
Check it
asked.
out. And I think it's because people have been trained to think like this isn't an option. You know what I'm saying, Jake? Like Vince trained people to think like, there's no way you could have your name, pal. You're the Red Rooster forever. Now I own you. You're the Mastodon, right? So she's tripping. She's bugging. She's like, what the fuck? But all she does is this. They go, hey, we're releasing you. She said, okay, cool. So I sold my name to the company. Is there any way I can get that back? And then we got it all figured out. I got the rights to it and stuff. So what did they do? Like, okay, we'll withhold like 1 month of your pay and you can have it back. And we keep 5% or some shit or whatever the fuck. It doesn't even matter. It's probably not even that greasy. They probably just sold her the name back, or we're like, we're not going to give you your 90-day pay. And then we keep the name, deal. And then you get the name back or whatever, deal. Okay. That's a fair trade-off.
Yeah.
So she makes way more money as Indy Hartwell. Sorry, go ahead.
No, if that, you're right. No, I don't even know if it would be that far anymore. Like, how much is involved in that to them? Like, I mean, the $100,000 that she got out of it or whatever is awesome to her, and they know that. And she's young enough where they're like, go be successful, go win the indie title that you've won, go get to TNA, go make yourself a star.
Yeah, they'll just bring her back as Indy Hartwell down the line if it's worth it anyways. So it's all good. But that's amazing, folks. Ask for your fucking names back. Just ask for them back, and you're all good. You know what I'm saying? Johnny Bottles is again back. Sorry, buddy. Didn't mean to leave you hanging in the wakes there.
That's all right, boss.
So we have Penta coming out, and people are saying there are plans in the very near future to align Penta and Rey Fenix as the Lucha Bros in WWE. This is per Wrestle Votes, not Westel Votes. Now, I told you motherfuckers, I told you Squared Circle Maniac motherfuckers on the podcast we did, episode 93. Go and check that out, youtube.com/@prowrestletimes. But yeah, I told you guys, I was like, listen, man, they could get teamed up together. Like, because we were talking about that moment where the Dudley Boys reunited. I was like, they're going to build to that, obviously, but I think it might happen sooner than later or it'll just they won't have that moment on Raw or SmackDown or a PLE, but they'll have the moment of just expect them to be teamed up sooner. The dirt sheets run with that. I don't know if Wrestle Votes is listening to PWT or what, but we have the AAA show coming up in the summer. And I mean, Penta and Rey Fenix's masks are the first masks. Like, if you look at the graphics, they throw all those like outlines of masks in your face. Fucking Penta and Rey are the first ones they're showing. They're running with these dudes. These are like the faces of AAA and like representing both rosters in WWE and shit. So they'll team up for like the AAA whatever show before we see them teaming up full time on Raw and SmackDown, at least in my opinion. But yeah, I've been on that shit way before anybody, and I'm super happy that I keep getting proved right. Lucha Blog, speaking of AAA, as Penta makes his fucking smooth criminal, his gangster ass, smooth operator, fucking smooth as butter. Wearing blue too, hey? Wearing blue, in his blues, doing his Cero Miedo. What a star. But one of AAA's lawyers who negotiated the sale told Lex Latin that WWE owns 51% of AAA and Philip owns 49%. So that's why it's a deal for them. Because WWE's like, well, we're in control of it with the 51%. We can overrule whatever the fuck, but we'll let you operate. Like, you guys own about half, but we have total control. It's a Kevin O'Leary deal. You know what I mean? Like, I have total control. I got 1% more, but we trust you'll do good shit, and you trust we'll do good shit. Look at the business we're doing, and we're going to fucking make this work and blow this up. So the main value of the company is seen as AAA's what? This is from their lawyer. What? Their IP rights. Huh. But, they're going to change AAA to NXT Mexico is what these fucking dirt sheets are telling people. No, you idiots. No, they're not doing that. AAA, and I've told you guys from jump.
Dummy, yeah.
It'd be fucking stupid to do it, and it's the IP. It's these masks. It's these characters. It's La Parka, who, what did I tell you guys? La Parka is Doink the Clown. La Parka is not a guy who owns, he's not AJ Styles. No one owns La Parka, but now WWE has control of La Parka. So now in 2K26, expect a generic like Doink. It's not like that Doink in the video game is based off Matt Bourne. It's not like when they release Doink the Clown figures, they're based off Matt Bourne and his family gets money for that. That's an IP created by fucking WWE that multiple people have played. Multiple people have played it in different federations without permission. Because it's a fucking gimmick that you can't even, WWE can't even sue you over, I'm pretty sure. So when it comes to La Parka and some of these characters, AAA owns the name Pentagon Jr. That's Penta's real name. They own that shit. The IPs are what's important to them. Oh, they're going to change AAA. No, they're not. That's so dumb. AAA's hot in Mexico. Why would they change it to now it's called NXT? It's fucking stupid.
I know a wrestler who wrestled as Doink the Clown on the Indies.
Exactly.
He was a guy that I worked with. His name was Playboy Bobby Starr. Search on YouTube for Playboy Bobby Starr. You'll see him getting beat up by Randy Savage, Scott Hall, all these guys. He had a contract with WCW for a year as a jobber. And he wrestled as Doink the Clown on the Indies, and then he washed everything off. He come out and jerk the curtain as Doink, wash everything off, and come out at the end of the show as Playboy Bobby Starr. He got
nice.
Double payday, brother. That works for me, brother.
That's how you work 400 days. That makes sense.
Cross Joe Dirt with Archie Andrews from the comic books, and you've got Playboy Bobby Starr.
That's amazing.
Joe Dirt.
Poll in the chat over on youtube.com/Pro Wrestle Clips. There's a poll. Who do you think will win this Intercontinental Championship match? But yeah, guys, the IP is what's up. La Parka, we'll start seeing generic La Parka guys in video games, and his IP is valuable. And they're like, oh, WWE really likes this new La Parka. Yeah, they like anybody that they can make a La Parka shirt out of now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They like anyone. They'll paint me up and put me in the La Parka mask, and they'll fucking love that, you know? So
well, La Parka's got like there's the other guy who does the LA Park, you know, like it's like they don't care as much.
Yeah, well, I think even that's done. The LA Park, that might be done because that was the OG La Parka who changed his name to LA Park because he did not own La Parka. That guy is RIP'd. La Park, LA Park is RIP'd.
He got fired from MLW, didn't he?
I think he RIP'd, but him and his sons.
I'm pretty sure he passed away.
Yeah, him and his sons, or like then the guy who took over as La Parka, him and his sons were in MLW and shit like that. That's a different guy. Right?
Oh, okay.
But the OG La Parka is LA Park. It's confusing, but I think they're both RIP. So the OG La Parka and then the second La Parka are both RIP. His sons are La Parka Juniors. They're off doing, I think there was CMLL and MLW and shit. And then AAA owns the La Parka whatever. Now the LA Park Juniors, or the La Parka Juniors, I don't know. I think they're allowed to be called La Parka Junior because they can't own La Parka Junior or whatever. It gets very confusing in the it does, man. Try and figure out who Mystico and Sin Cara and Dralistico and these guys are. Go look. It's confusing as fuck.
It could be a soap opera on Telemundo.
Yeah,
La Parkas.
It's as confusing as fucking one of those Latin lover shows on Telemundo, dude. What the fuck?
6-week telenovela.
Well, let me ask you this: the original La Parka that was in WCW, he was the chairman. He used to come to the ring with the steel chair. That guy's dead.
Yes. Yeah, I believe he became LA Park. LA Park. Yeah, LA Park.
LA Park. Yes.
Yeah. So he's no, sorry. So no, hold on. So LA Park is La Parka, and he actually hasn't passed away. He's 59 years old. So my bad. I knew he was old as shit, but I thought he had passed.
Yeah, he's an MLW.
He's with. Look, he's in MLW. So his sons are El Hijo de LA Park and LA Park Jr. Okay. And he was he's LA Park. Now the LA Parka or the La Parka or whatever the fuck is a whole new guy. So here, I'll read you the fucking tree of it here. Because there should be like a list of the people.
He came out the last show in Arena Mexico that he was on. He came out the Thriller and some dances.
So it was, well, I know, but that's the new La Parka. That's a guy that they chose to be La Parka. Yes. So
because they own the IP, and that's why he became
they own the IP. That's why the original La Parka had to change to LA Park. So La Parka 2 died. Sorry, guys. And he was 54. So he's younger. So he's younger than the original La Parka, but I thought the older one died. So LA Park is still alive, 59. At the age of 54 in 2020, La Parka 2 passed away. Now, La Parka 3. Now, there's also La Parka Jr. and shit, though. You guys got to understand, like, there's La Juniors of this guy as well. Or he played the junior, or there was La Parka Jr. as well. And it was this guy or another guy as well. It gets so crazy. Now there's a La Parka 3, and that's the newest guy. He was handpicked. He's the new La Parka, LA Parka. He's the guy who's like, they're running, giving that gimmick. He's a young guy, and he has all the movements and shit down. So, yeah, it's like a forever infinite. It's like the Black Panther mantle. You pass it down, and hopefully we'll see LA Park La Parka live forever, as Ultimate Warrior would say.
Pirate La Parka. I like it.
Let's hope.
Yeah, but they have a young guy in it now who can really go, and they're high on this guy. Everyone's like they're high on this La Parka, and it's like, yeah, they're high on the IP they fucking own. They could put Dominic Mysterio in that mask now, and it's La Parka. So it's pretty crazy, and hopefully this one guy runs with it for a long time. And I would love to see La Parka in WWE or on NXT, and the crowd would pop for that. You know, like it might not be the original one, but if you call him La Parka, he's got the gear, you own the IP.
If he comes out guitar in the chair, will pop.
Yeah, he swings the chair. People are gonna fucking love it, man. So, and listen to this crowd. Speaking of loving it, so Penta and Dom have been cooking as we've been going through our lucha lore here on PWT. They've been cooking. There's a fucking springboard or a over the top rope crucifix bomb, but they're cheering for Dom like big time. They're cheering for the 619. They're cheering for some of his spots. They love Penta, but like they're really into Dom, and it's only a matter of time now before Dom goes babyface. And I think it's too soon, man. I think you want to milk this dirtiness for a while, but what's too soon when the fans tell you what's right and what's wrong? So I don't know, man. Maybe it's time for Dom to go babyface, and like they just pop for the Oblivion. He just hit his wife's move. Usually wives of wrestlers do their husband's moves. He just hit his wife's move right there, dude. So that's crazy.
I hope I live long enough to see La Parka 25.
Or La Parka versus Dom, or La Parka versus fucking Penta, dude.
That would be amazing, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
what a time to be alive.
Yes. La Parka versus Ray one more time, but it's a new La Parka, and we know that, but
I'm telling you how you turn Dom face. You have a faction come in. They're going to beat down his father.
And then he saves his father.
I changed my scenario up. My mistake. Somebody's going to beat Dom down, and Ray comes out to save him. And he gets no thank you from Dom. And then someone later down the road is going to beat the hell out of Ray with a steel chair tied up in the ropes, and Dom runs out to save his dad. Uber babyface.
I mean, if it's a steel chair, La Parka, I mean, we just talked about it. It makes sense. I'm in on it. You got me. I'm sold.
Perfect. That's what a time to be
La
alive.
Parka on NXT Halloween Havoc this year, swinging chairs, bro.
I feel like it's hard.
Imagine
not
that. Imagine La Parka 3 versus Dom Mysterio Halloween Havoc 2025.
Tables, ladders, and chairs.
Oh man, that'd be amazing. Here, Finn's here. The Mexican Destroyer on the apron, and notice how Penta took super good care of Dom.
They're all out here.
I mean, like, Dom just put in the work. Like, we had Kevin Apollo on our Spaces last week, and like we talked about how Dom like would do Raw and then do the NXT schedule Tuesday through Saturday, get one day off. Oh Jesus, and get one day off on Sunday, and then go do Raw on Monday again. Like the kid put in the work.
Here's the thing, though. La Parka's not going to be on like NXT and Raw and SmackDown as a regular. He'll be a AAA guy mostly.
Yeah,
but he'll be a guy that'll cross over because the gimmick and the IP. But when they release next year, when they do the WCW pack, then they'll just add, like, if you look on Doink the Clown on 2K25 right now, it's just a video game avatar of a Doink the Clown. It's not Matt Bourne. It'll be the same thing for La Parka. It won't be that kid. It won't be that kid in the game. It'll be just like a La Parka. It'll look like the guy from WCW, but it'll just be a generic fucking luchador. Not generic, but like under the mask or whatever. It's not going to be based off anyone, and that'll be fucking awesome that they can do that. I'm glad WWE owns more WCW.
Here we go.
IP.
Here we go.
Grande's out here. El Grande's out here. A headbutt with the steel.
With the steel.
With the loaded mask, dude. Frog
That's
splash. We're 2-0 tonight. We're 2-0 tonight. We're 2-0 tonight. Let's fucking go.
This is how you bring in
2-1. There's
Phoenix.
been 3 matches.
Ray Phoenix comes in to mitigate the interference eventually.
Right. That's what I keep figuring. Or maybe Penta does if Phoenix keeps getting involved with LWO, but it looks like LWO is breaking up. That's how I keep feeling like that's how they can throw them together easily.
Yeah, so if you guys check out the pod, youtube.com/ at Pro Wrestle Times podcast 93 I did with the Squared Circle Maniacs at SC Mania on YouTube. And fucking on that one, I talked about it. We're going to have that moment where it's like the Dudley Boys at that Survivor Series or whatever, where Devon just out of nowhere runs down, and then he's in camo pants again. He hugs Bubba, the crowd erupts, they hit a 3D on like Rico or whatever through a table, and then they're just back together. We're going to get that with the Lucha Bros at a PLE where, you know, Ray Phoenix, or I think it'd be more effective if Penta hits the ring to save Ray, because like people pop for Penta shit bigger than they pop for Ray, you know? So yeah, and then Penta saves Ray, or the other way around, whatever, and then they embrace, then they hit all their lucha shit. It'll be amazing. 73% of y'all thought Dominic Mysterio was going to win. Guys, we are at how many likes? 79. Joining us now on the show, our latest guest on the show tonight, Chris Jericho. Botchamania. Matthew Gregg's here too, by the way, but here we go.
I look and see it's not just me. So many others have stood where I stand. We are the young, so raise your hand. They call us problem child. We spent our lives on trial. We walk an endless mile. We are the youth gone wild. We stand and we won't fall. We're one and one for all. The writing's on the wall. We are the youth gone wild. Let it get wild. Yay!
What are we on?
Amazing. Here we go. The youth gone wild. Wild.
Jesus God Almighty.
You like Ray?
God Almighty.
So Johnny, Chris Jericho Chris Jericho's a friend of mine. He's the on boots on the ground correspondent, and he pops in whenever we don't get to 100 likes on you. He monitors our YouTube, and he tells everybody. Yeah, he just pops in and says, "Look, dude, we're the youth gone wild. You better hit that like, right? We only live once," is what he's trying to say. So make sure you hit that like. Make sure you check out at SC Maniacs on YouTube. Make sure you check out at Alt Jake Takes on YouTube. And it is an at youtube.com/at the fucking handle. So Alt Jake Takes on SC Maniacs. Check us all out on Twitter. Johnny_bottles on Twitter. Jake, you're the same on Twitter. You guys know what I am on Twitter. And yeah, man, check out the pod I did with Squared Circle Maniacs not that long ago. And shout out Don Wayne, who's not here, but I did send him the link in case he wants to come cut a promo really quick.
That'd be great. A run-in's always fun.
Yes, and so I know he's busy, though. And round of applause to the PWT universe for just being here, man. Hanging out.
Don Wayne called me up yesterday. He called me up last night and said, dude, I just watched Queen of the Ring. It's on Amazon
I
streaming.
want to see it, man.
I do, too.
It's incredible.
Ooh, I wonder if my Fire Stick has it.
Camille. You remember Camille? Anybody remember Camille?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
She's in witness protection program right now. But Camille.
We have seen her.
She's the big villain of the show. She's the final
she's
boss.
June Byer, right?
She's June Byer, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I said to Don, I said, was Britt Baker in the movie? So allegedly she's in there. And Don said in his inimitable way, I didn't recognize her. Don was deep in the cups last night when he called me.
Deep in the cups.
Listen, I'm fucking good. I'm really good at spotting the people. Like everyone online's like, oh, MJF wasn't even in Iron Claw. It's like, no, he was. He was in it for a hair, dude. Like a hair. And I was drunk as fuck at the theater watching that too with my wife, but it was by a fucking hair. He's in there. He lays a drop kick, then he goes on all four and he flexes as the camera's panning in slowly to Zac Efron, who's standing on the apron like awaiting a tag. And what the shot is conveying is like Efron, he's conveying how like I'm taking the back seat and I'm not even really locked in and this other guy's in here. So they did cut all of his shit out, but he was in it for hair. So I will watch it and I will go through it with a fine-tooth comb and I'll be deep in the cups too. And I will try and point out all the wrestlers I can when I see it. I would love to see it. It's in limited release in Canada. So I can't even lock down a theater. I'm going to have to like call my local theater and demand they air. No.
It's on Amazon.
I'll be like, you don't know who I am? Phil Marks of Pro Wrestle Times? Clearly, I need to review this. No.
I'm Phil Marks. Doesn't my name cut some shit in this country? Come on now.
So Karate Kid Legends section. How cringe is Karate Kid's Legends and them getting rid of fucking Johnny? He's not in it going forward. And the girl who played fucking
what the hell was that?
The girl who played the Karate Kid's wife in the TV show Cobra Kai said that she's quitting Hollywood entirely and that she ain't even going to act anymore. So for everybody who had their hopes up about Cobra Kai being continued or being teased or whatever in the Karate Kid and all that, that shit is done. That shit is never happening again. That shit's cooked now, which is very, very, very fucking unfortunate because that show is really good. And I'm not going to lie, this new Karate Kid movie looks like shit. And I don't care if Ralph Macchio's in it. Jonathan Contres has been a member for 1 month and says, imagine when Ray comes back and challenges Dom for the IC title and then Finn screws Dom against his father, and makes him lose everything. Oh, shit. Well, I'll give you an X-Files for Fantasy Mark booking, but I don't... Hey,
That
you know what
sounds
they
pretty good.
say, Jonathan Cantres. You know what they say, right? Where is it? I lost it.
Wrestling's not fake!
So maybe we get some father-son rivalry action there.
Well, Phil, you're a Karate Kid watcher on Netflix. Have you seen Britt Baker in the show?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is she any good as an actress?
She's in it for like 2 milliseconds both times, so it doesn't really matter. She doesn't need to be a good actress, but she does like a no, she's not overall. Like she just does like a cheap, she just stands there and poses and shit. She doesn't really do anything in it. Paul Walter Hauser's in it.
It's funny that these the AEW girls that are in movies and TV shows are frozen out. Camille, Britt Baker. It's funny how that works. I wonder why. Somebody had Hollywood aspirations, and no one's come calling to her door. No one's come
The
knocking.
worst travesty ever is Excalibur's mask is going to be on Family Guy this weekend tomorrow.
Huh?
What?
Colt Cabana's brother is one of the creative directors of Family Guy or whatever the fuck.
Right.
And so Excalibur's mask was animated. Peter Griffin wears a replica of Excalibur's mask. They don't make an AEW joke, but what happened was the animators are like, draw to like him. Peter and Chris need to be in lucha masks. One of them's patterned after Excalibur's mask, and that was because Colt Cabana's brother. And that'll be tomorrow. You guys will see that on Family Guy.
Hey, Google, search for shitty TV ideas.
Yeah. Hey, Google, search for fucking Seth MacFarlane doesn't give a fuck and is and is doing big movies now and working on a Ted cartoon and doesn't even make Family Guy anymore. He just does the voices.
Oh yeah, there it is. I can see it.
He's doing the new Naked Gun.
Yeah.
Right.
He's doing Naked Gun.
Naked Gun.
It looks great, man. It looks great, but I watched an interview. I posted it YouTube or here. Let me pull up my X. Phil Marks Out X. It's where I talk about movies and pop culture and all that shit, and on YouTube as well. If you guys want to check that out, yeah.
Good channel,
so
Phil. Good channel.
Thank you. Make sure you subscribe to that. And I've linked up with some cool people like AfterBuzz TV's and Christian DMZ. You know what I mean? AfterBuzz TV. That's like Maria Menounos and all that, and shout them out. I've linked up with some cool people who are these broadcasts once over Kaylee. Husey and I do some shit and stuff like that. So I review like Daredevil. I review like fucking MCU and all that kind of stuff. Check me out on Twitter and YouTube as well. But I posted a video somewhere of the original. They cut out and gave it to Seth MacFarlane. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they cut out everybody who is involved with the original
Zucker
Airplane.
brothers.
Yeah,
all the Zucker brothers got cut out.
Or pardon me, Airplane and the Naked Gun. So he had a script written, and it was going to be called Naked Impossible or whatever. And there's this video. He's on Cringe Lord Dave Rubin's show, but either way. And Dave Rubin's like, oh, yeah, and you're trying to stick it to the woke. And fucking he's like, well, no, I'm just he's like, I'm just fucking wanted to make my movie. You know what I mean? It's pretty funny either way.
So
Check
Paul
that
Walker
out.
Hauser has the George Kennedy spot.
Did he?
He's like the assistant to Frank Drebin.
Yes.
Hang on,
yeah.
guys.
Yes.
Mrs. Bottles is calling me. Hang on. Look
No,
at
it's
this.
all good. No, you're absolutely right, man. So they're all the sons of, and then in the trailer they make the joke about O.J. Simpson, and then the cop's like, no,
Shakes
not
his
me.
head.
That popped me so hard, dude. That popped me really fucking hard. We're starting to pull in the chat over on the Clips channel. Who do you think wins this grudge match?
Naked Gun's one of the first movies I remember like seeing in the theater as a kid.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, it's my all-time.
I was a child. I was a kid, but I remember seeing it.
So Leslie Nielsen's a hero to me. He's a Canadian guy. You can look that up, and I hold him near and dear to my heart.
Yeah,
I hold him. I hold Leslie Nielsen near and dear to my heart. For a lot of reasons, but yeah, he's from Canada. You guys can look into that, and I really love that dude, and he's one of the greats. He's so funny in Airplane. He's so funny as Frank Drebin, and hopefully, I was very weary about this Naked Gun reboot, but Liam Neeson in the trailer popped me so hard, and the take on it I felt was so good. I was like, that's how you do Naked Gun today, because you can't do those old jokes, right? Like, I'm glad that the Wayans Bros got Scary Movie back, because they're going to resurrect. They're going to show you what Scary Movie's supposed to be in 2025, not just shit hacky, whatever Scary Movie fucking 5 was with Charlie Sheen. Like, oh, let's just put Charlie Sheen in it because that's not funny, you know? Like, there's nuances to these jokes, especially when you do, like, the type of humor that that is in these movies. So I
Well,
just
Liam
hope,
Neeson
I
can
think
do
I'm
that,
very
like,
optimistic for this Naked Gun, you know?
Yeah, Liam Neeson can play because the whole reason why Leslie Nielsen works so well is because he played it straight no matter what. Like that's and that's what Leslie Nielsen needs to do. Just play it
and the
straight.
thing is
It'll
like
be hilarious.
is like playing a dumb guy, like playing a character that comes across, because that's what it is. People think Nielsen is just like a dumb guy. Even like when he's the president in Scary Movie 3, he's kind of dumb, but it's not even that. It's like a guy who's like so hyper aware he's paranoid. But when it comes to Frank Drebin, yeah, he's the straight man, but also to play dumb well, to play like a true oblivious person, like that takes an intelligent person. Like it's not by doing, I pooped my pants. No, the reason Jim Carrey, Will Ferrell, Leslie Nielsen, like Steve Carell is really good at it too. Steve Carell, however you say his name. These guys are fucking like, they're really intelligent, and they're actually Robin Williams as well. They're really good actors is what it is. To play dumb, you have to, it's not just about being funny. It's about, you have to be a really fucking good actor as well to do it in a way, you know, that where it gets across. Like Kevin Hart playing dumb is just like, oh, come on, man. What? Well, it's like his physical reactions are funny. You know, it's not like he's dumb the way Robin Williams can play a little kid and you're convinced he's a kid. Like in Jumanji, you're convinced that's a kid who grew up in the jungle, you know? That takes skill, man. And that comes from, like, I feel like some sort of darkness that some of these actors have, you know, like some fucked up shit that obviously Robin Williams was fucked up, you know what I mean? Like, and shout him out. But yeah, anyways, though, McAfee, Gunther, let's hope we see a bloodbath. I'm locked in for this shit.
Oh, geez,
this is gonna be amazing.
McAfee's
all
face
hairy.
on.
Yeah.
I mean, is this how McAfee takes a vacation before, you know, he'll be back for the summer and then leave for football season in August?
This would be a great way to
Phil Hartman, another great, amazing Phil. Another
Hartman.
great
Oh,
Phil.
my God.
Not to put myself in a group, but another great Phil right there. Okay. Phil Hartman.
was the best.
What a
the
way
best.
to go out, though. What a way to go out.
Murdered by a fucking crazy ass woman, dude.
Shot in the head while you're asleep. That's a great way to go, though.
I mean,
go that way.
Right?
What about women? What am I saying?
I mean, it's quicker and easy. Yeah. No, it's kind of like how I rank The Simpsons. Or people are like, oh, it's these seasons. I'm like, there's like everything when Phil Hartman was alive and then afterward. There's still great episodes, but like the years where Phil Hartman was alive, you get like Troy McClure and Lionel Hutz and just
it looks
incredible.
like Gunther's beating up his drunk neighbor. Yeah, what are you gonna do, bro? I thought this was America. This is America. What are you gonna do, bro?
Randy Marsh. He's Gunther versus Randy Marsh. You mowed your lawn. You blew all the grass clippings on my side.
He lit up too many fireworks on 4th of July. Just sick of it. God damn it.
What are you gonna do? This is America. I thought this is America.
I thought this is America.
Tossing his
Russia?
beer cans over his fence. It's going into Gunther's yard. God damn it.
People are like, I've seen McAfee in better shape. How old is Pat McAfee?
Mr. McAfee, your children are running across my freshly mowed lawn.
Late 30s?
He's 30. Guys, he's 38. He's not going to be in crazy shape. He's not going to be in the same shape he was when he fought Mike. What's his name? Michael Cole. Adam Cole, baby. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and he had a kid recently, so you know, like.
Well, he doesn't look that bad.
Well, he didn't have the kid.
I just meant like he's. Yeah. I'm assuming he's gonna, you know, like help, at least help out on some level. Hopefully.
Yo, Johnny, I think on the pod we did too. I think it was you or Don said like fucking. You were talking about Adam Cole and you said Michael Cole or whatever. I just did the same shit, bro.
That was my man Don said Michael Cole.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Happens to the best of us.
Oh, he tripped coming over the top rope, but he recovered quickly. He's not a professional wrestler, folks. Oof.
Big chop.
I need to see more chops laid in.
Yeah, you know that McAfee's going to let Gunther beat the shit out of him. He's
That's
not
why
going
he
to
took his shirt off.
Yeah, exactly.
He did. Yeah.
Good call, Jake.
It's exactly right. Like that's why you do that.
That's why you do it, yeah. And
he's right. If I'm gonna get this,
McAfee respects the business, even if people don't like him. He respects it. He trained the right way before he even got involved with WWE, and so he's not gonna. The only way to do this match is Gunther beats the fuck out of McAfee. You know. Like, that's the only way to do this match.
Does Cole throw in the towel or say stop the damn match? Does Cole get involved?
That could be something's gonna happen. Like Cole's already standing. You can see him back there. He's got his jacket off. He's standing. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Chat, what am I at tonight? 2-1 or 2? Yeah, 2-1, I think, right? So we got 2 matches left tonight. Something crazy is gonna happen. You know it. There has to be some crazy shit because they're breezing through. Also, this will be wrapped up by like 8 o'clock because they have the UFC main card. UFC 315 in Montreal main card goes down at 8 o'clock. So this won't go much longer than that.
Run over to that. Yeah, it's why
or 8 o'clock my time. I'm in Mountain Time if you're in the States. So in Canada, it's a whole different ass time zone. But I'm Mountain Time US. So it's like 6:43 right now. So we're talking like there's an hour left of the show, hour 15 rather. And then like hour 20 maybe. They might bleed a little bit over into the UFC, but they go live at 8. Also, there's a fucking Oilers game on. George in the chat. When does the Oilers game start in Mountain Time US? I think it's 8 o'clock. And yeah, let me see here. 2 matches left. I think we got Gunther. I picked Gunther to win. So hopefully I go 3-1. And who's beating me? Who's undefeated so far with picks? Let me know in chat. What are you at, Johnny Bottles? Who do you got for this one, McAfee or Gunther?
Gunther, of course.
Who do you got, Jake?
Same, Gunther. I think I'm the same as you, where I had Fatu, but I picked Becky to win the other one. So yeah.
Where the fuck is Vintage George? Do we need to get George? I'm going to send you a link, and you can come in.
Oh, I thought he was in the background. All right, hang on, let me. I can look it up.
Where's VG?
No, I got him. Don't worry.
No, I'm saying because I live in Arizona, so I live like where half the year.
I'll
Like
look
right
it
now,
up.
I'm in Pacific time, but I'm usually living Mountain time. So
Edmonton Oilers start time. So I might have to go 2 screens. 7 o'clock. Ooh, in 15 minutes, the Oilers are going to try and sweep Vegas. We're in Edmonton, and we're 2-0 against Vegas right now. So I'm going to send George a link, though, anyways, just in case.
Cole's got his jacket off.
Yeah, I saw that. George Cole's already standing. No jacket.
Baloney tugboat. Let's go oil. That's what's up.
He cut a promo on Gunther on the pre-show.
I haven't seen it, but I heard about it. I saw it on Twitter. Yeah, I saw that on there. Yeah, but I didn't get to hear that first.
I got a photo. So Husey, should I say this on the show then or no? Are you listening or what? So yeah, whatever. It doesn't even matter. Just Husey's out having beers at a show with fucking Lyra Valkyria's fiance, or I thought they got married, but I brought him up earlier. I was like, she's married to a nerd. And again, I'm a fucking nerd. You know what I mean? I have a movie, pop culture, comic book channel for fuck's sake. So, but yeah, Husey's like, he sent me a photo. He's hanging out drinking beers with Lyra's fiance or whatever. So shout them out.
Nice.
Shout her out too. Again, I try not to be. I got it. That's how you guys know I keep it real. Like, I'm not gonna fuck. I'm gonna tell you what I think. Lyra, Becky's bringing it out of her. This match was great. Her selling was amazing. I thought it would have done more if Becky had taken it, and then Lyra gets the big win at SummerSlam. Oh my God, crowning moment, and we really get to know her fight and her plight and what's right. You're a poet, and you didn't know it. Oh.
Yep, there you go.
Oh.
Here we go.
Pat's getting choked the fuck out. It's just a beatdown. So
he's getting choked the fuck out.
We're right about that
is
too.
He tapping?
And his chest is nice and red. That is. Oof.
They are cooking. Phil, call this shit, homie. Yeah, let me call the match here. Gunther with the hand slap to get McAfee. So again, that's just great ring awareness. McAfee hands on the rope. Gunther with the double palm slaps. German suplexes him. Cole's jacket off, yelling, jacket off, pause. And he's like, dude, end it. End it now. And Gunther's just laughing.
Jacket off, pause.
Toying with
record. Take off your pants and jacket.
La Parka, I fucked him.
Oh.
La Parka. Knack. What a fucking callback, dude. That's so funny. Pat could win with a quick, if he does the quick choke out again, that's crazy. But if he does like a quick roll up, that could work. But yeah,
McAfee looks like he's about to have a stroke.
Yep. He's blown up to shit. And he's getting the shit beat out of him. Forearm. And now Gunther's taking it to the top here.
Oh, God.
Looking for a back suplex. There's a back chop, or a back forearm, rather. And let's see what he does, man. You know Gunther will hit that power bomb off the top, too, so you got to be careful up here. German off the top. Pat's going to knock him down and hit his moonsault because you know he can do that move. So that's one. Watch, see? He's going to hit him with the 1-2-3 kid. Yeah, called it. Oh, he landed it. And then a German. Oh, he landed that. No, dude, Pat, come on, bro. Trying to do the Andrade here. Laying kicks in. Goes for the soccer punt. And then Gunther just kicks out at one. Fuck out of here. Yeah, it's the psychology. McAfee's legit blown up. And Gunther's like, we're just getting started, bro. And for anyone who says Jey Uso's just yeet, look how blown up McAfee is right now. You go in there. Wrestle Gunther, you fucking prick, for 20 minutes. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You fucking assholes. I'll give myself a yeet to that, you pussy.
Yeet.
400 watching. We're turning up. We're red wine buzzing. Gunther versus McAfee Backlash. I'm here with Squared Circle Maniacs, Johnny Bottles, and All Jake takes on All Jake. Make sure you guys hit like and subscribe. Check us out. Trading Forearms Moxley style.
All Jake, what's your channel?
It's at All Jake Takes On.
Yeah, All Jake Takes On. I have to check that out.
Yeah, it's me and George, actually. Yeah, no, we
Oh, George is with you. Okay, that's right. You told me that. You said that earlier in the show. Yes.
Super kick. Punt kick. Nope.
Yeah, we try to review like what goes on in the world, and then like we've been doing classic match reviews. It's been fun, and the reviewing documentaries and things. It's been a good time.
Yeah, that's fucking sick.
Yeah.
You do anything pop culture or anything like that?
Not yet, but we've only been doing this since like the end of February. So we
I think it's just aren't you just wrestling focused too? Like
at this point, yeah.
Yeah,
that's kind of what we'll say on this one. We'll branch off at some point if we feel like it, but we need neither of us really know what the hell we're doing. So we're just
look at Cole, man. He's up, and he's and then Barrett's like, no,
his glasses are off. That's a telling sign right there. His glasses.
What a great PLE! Everyone's shitting on this PLE. What a great PLE this has been, man.
Yeah,
I haven't had a problem with it at all. It's great.
Well, and like, I mean, I'm sorry, but with how hot they've been, if you're saying it's a B pay-per-view, it's like that's still pretty good. Like B's not bad, right? Like things are still pretty good. Like the crowd's been hot. They're into it. These are good matches.
It's like when you take a plain-looking girl out in high school and she tries a little harder. You know what I mean? That's what the WWE B pay-per-views are like. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah,
does Barrett get up? Does Barrett step up and go, bro, I'll fucking punch you with my brass knuckles. I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Exactly what I was going to say. Bam.
Oh, the badass.
Yeah. I swear if Michael Cole rips off the shirt and he's got that fucking singlet on.
There you go. By God, that man's got a family.
That man's got a family. Uh-oh.
He's stuck in town. Don't tell me. Don't tell. Oh, thank God. Michael Cole slips Pat McAfee the brass knuckles.
That would be amazing.
That would
right?
That'd be great. Oh, he grabs Gunther's foot. Watch.
The brass knuckles.
Look at, oh my God, Cole grabbed his foot.
What I tell you?
Oh my God. Where's the DQ?
The ref didn't see it. He was
I thought this was like a Street Fight or something. That didn't, wasn't it? Maybe not.
Listen to that crowd. Dude, everybody thought this was a bad move.
I know.
This just proves the IWC is wrong.
As always. I was going to say as usual, but then that was a Freudian slip, but I went with it. I was going to say as usual, as always, though. Like, just
that's
it.
Just
really, but it's because nobody like has any patience. They just want to be immediate with it. Like, fuck being right. Let's be first. No, especially now. Like, let things cook for a minute.
This is it.
Jake, if we're a storyline, if a storyline ends crappy or goes to shit, we can talk about it. Like the end of Night 2 of Mania. Okay, that was no good, but like, give things some time.
Dave Meltzer
hooked
sits
the arm
there.
so he couldn't tap out.
Dave Meltzer sits there and he goes, "Oh, I base it off crowd reaction. Then this is a
But he's not
5-star
there
match.
watching.
This is a 5 or 6 star match, and you're a fucking liar, Dave, because it's not based on crowd reaction. It's based off your reaction to flips.
All that hair dye's rotting his brain.
That's what I've been saying. It's the shoe polish. It just seeps right through.
The
man.
kiwi is rotting his brain.
It's because there's not enough
What a
hair.
match.
But he puts so much into it. It just seeps right in.
What a match. What smoke and mirrors are going on in this match? It's amazing. That's it. That's
Yeah.
it.
This was the right move. You can't have McAfee win.
No. Gunther had
Not
to
after
win.
not after Gunther lost the belt. That's why just my gut, I went with him. But I was like, if McAfee wins, here's the way. Here's what it could lead to. But I
It
just
ain't
didn't
over
see
yet.
it happening. So
It ain't over yet.
What are we at here tonight? 3-1. Am I at chat? 3-1. So
It ain't
we're
over
going into
yet.
the main event. Is anybody 4-0? Let me know. That was a
No,
great
that's
match.
it.
Come on, grab Cole. And let's see Wade Barrett come back into the ring.
This
No,
is where I
he's not
think
gonna do
something
it.
can happen. Like this is where if Goldberg was going to come out, maybe they could come out because they were going to because of what Gunther said about him. What was it like 3-4 months ago?
John Cena's up next. We're about
Yeah.
to get Cena versus Orton for the last time ever, chat.
One last time.
Can anyone actually turn Gunther face? Where does he go eventually down the road?
I mean, eventually I could see it, but like
This is when it happens, when the crowd just accepts him as a babyface and they just start going, nah, even though he's a heel, we just accept him. That's when you let Gunther turn face.
yeah,
Until
but
then,
he's
you
got
just,
years of just doing stuff like this and beating up people that are generally loved.
yeah, people are like, this show went by fast. Yeah, bro, they're trying to wrap
Always.
up. And that's how you know, dude, it's 7 o'clock where I'm at. It ends at 8 o'clock where I'm at. At least I'm assuming because we have one match left and also
There you go. Here you go.
the UFC starts at 8 o'clock, the main card. So they're not trying to compete with themselves, even though Dana White's competing his own boxing events against his own UFC events now and shit.
Well, they'll do the post show, but that's like for the truth, the hardcores.
Right, but Dana White though,
So-
he's going pure savage, like he's like competing boxing against UFC now. It's like, bro, don't be an idiot now. Like I know you're a cuck for that Saudi money, but sorry, YouTube. That's my one for the show. But anyways, though, this match, like Cena versus Orton, is gonna be like a 20, give it 20-30. Like they'll stand there, a lot of posing, a lot of cheering, a lot of crowd reaction, whatever. Then some crazy shit's gonna pop off, and then this shit'll go home before, like, you know, the next. We're almost at the top of the hour, an hour and 5. We're gonna get a Cena match, and then obviously some crazy shit where the crowd's reacting nuts. Otherwise, why the fuck would it be this early already? You guys know
It
what I'm
won't
saying?
be a full
So-
hour, dude. I think it's
Yeah.
going to be 45 minutes.
But are you
and
mad
there's
at
gonna be
this?
A lot of
I'm not.
shenanigans.
This has
Huh?
been a jam-packed wrestling show of title matches and great wrestling and great storytelling and great advancements of characters and shit like that. So
Yes.
I've been amazed by this, and I can't wait to see Cena versus Orton for the last time ever. I hope it goes 45 minutes. I hope Meltzer cooms all over his fucking pantaloons. And yeah, dude.
He's apoplectic right now. He's stuttering and drooling and spitting.
And if Jeff Cobb
Oh,
came
my-
out early on, then who comes out later? What is it? Maybe Goldberg, and they set up Goldberg versus Cena. Now, it seems weird they do it in St. Louis. I know that. Like, here's the thing. When Goldberg says, I'm getting in shape, that means he's got to get in shape, peak for like, you know, that's like a 2, 3 to 6 month process probably for an old guy like that. And then he's got to stay in peak shape for like 2 months. So,
He-
or
I-
whatever,
like-
1 month or whatever. So what that entails, we saw him training already. We saw the pictures, the dirt sheets were talking about it. That was like what, a month ago or so. So hopefully he's peaking, and then he's got to like show up once or twice or 3 times. When's SummerSlam? You know, when's Money in the Bank? Like, you know, he's going to show up a fucking few times. Is it tonight? Who knows? But we know he's getting in that shape. He can only maintain that for so long. So it could
Right.
be now. So let's see. But something's going to happen. Maybe Travis Scott and The Rock. What if it was The Rock? Who knows? Maybe Cody Rhodes comes back tonight to confront John Cena to set up a
He's back right
SummerSlam
now.
match.
I'm
Right?
looking at a Wheatley vodka commercial.
Yeah,
with Cody Rhodes.
Wheatley, so good, I drink it neatly. Right?
Take a
So
little vodka right now.
if I had to put money on it, because we saw Cobb earlier, here's my X-Files. We see Cody Rhodes come back tonight, and then we see John Cena and Cody Rhodes 2 at like SummerSlam or whatever the fuck. But I think Cody Rhodes comes back tonight, and that's why we have this long ending planned out clearly. Guys, there's 400 watching. Hit the like, hit subscribe, all that good shit. Check out my friends at their channels, SC Maniacs and All Jake Takes On YouTube. In the interim, let's check out some news here. Let me hit another breaking news, a hot news. Conan, where is my breaking news? So Joe Hendry is considered to be a lock to join WWE once his TNA deal expires. This is via PWI. I've been told you that. He is already. It's not reportedly considered a lock. He's a lock, okay? And he's in the PC whenever he wants. He's part of the family. Here's Jordan Grace twice in one match dropping Julia on her head. And then a bunch of sicko fucking marks going, man, the Fed fans couldn't handle can't even handle real wrestling. It's like, bro, it's not real wrestling to be dumped on top of your fucking head twice, you stupid idiots. Seriously. So let's watch this.
I like this lady. I like it.
So everybody, I want you to watch it as I watch it, okay? You do exactly as I do. So we watch the top one first, and then you watch the bottom one. I'll let it play a couple times. Really look at that top one, how bad that is.
I like this lady. I like it. I like this lady. I like it.
And she came right up and held her head.
I like this lady. I like it.
That's twice in one match. And Jordan botched a dive to the outside like the week before, whatever. We got to slow down. How about we take care of Julia? Because it's fucking Julia, bro. Like, Christ in heaven.
Oh my God. Mandy Rose, good Lord.
Triple H apparently made the final call on all WWE releases. No shit. Okay. Doug Basham is coming into work as a guest trainer at the WWE Performance Center. He was among those at OVW who helped train Emily Bett Rickards for Queen of the Ring. Speaking of that movie. So shout out Doug Basham. I was always a Basham Brothers and JBL's Cabinet fan.
Go down to that picture of Mandy Rose.
Well, it's not a picture. It's her talking
that
shit
gift.
here.
Jesus, God almighty.
So Mandy Rose had this to say about WWE releases, and this was her thoughts on the releases.
Because let's be honest, it's sometimes scary when you get released. And if you didn't save your money and you didn't make a whole lot of money to be able to save or invest, you might be in a little bit of a pickle. But there are plenty of opportunities, and trust me when I tell you, you will be just fine. They want to make you believe that you can't survive without them. So that's why there's always that fear that is instilled in every single one of us in that company. We all went through it. But 2.5 years later for me, I can sit here and say it's the best thing that's ever happened to me, and I'm blessed. So moral of the story, if you're in that boat.
She looks like
Call me.
She looks like she passed out at a party drunk, and someone took a Sharpie and drew eyebrows on her face.
Wow, that is tough talk there. Johnny Bottle's going hard on Mandy Rose. Or what's her name? Mandy Rose? Yeah.
Mandy Rose.
Shout her out.
Mandy eyebrows.
If she goes as Mandy Sacamano, that name means nothing. To the
every woman
community.
Has the cheat code of just you can start an OF, and even there's AI girls with not even real people now with that, and it's unfortunate because it just seems like you can go that route and look at me, it's all good, but I don't know, man. I don't know if Mandy. We're talking to people like Indy Hartwell loves pro wrestling and shit. I don't know if so. It's like a whole different thing. Not to hate on Mandy or her hustle or any OF girls. I'm not hating on that. I'm just saying it's crazy that that's just a backup plan for any woman. Who
would sign up for a Nia Jax OnlyFans?
Lots of people, bro. Lots of people would.
Nikkita Lyons, I know Nikkita Lyons.
Lots of people would, dude. It's just the truth, man. So I just think that her advice isn't the one you should be listening to. No offense to her either.
That forehead
Okay,
never
guys, I'm
moved.
trying to be diplomatic here, and I'm just saying, listen, no offense to her, but if you're like an Indy Hartwell, maybe that's not the road you want to take. So just chill on that and figure it out the way you're doing it in TNA and stuff. Fans will reportedly be able to buy tickets to attend and watch the upcoming SummerSlam week tryouts in New Jersey. That's crazy. There has also been a lot of talk regarding independent wrestlers being invited. Yes, they are. Obviously, we know because of the NIL and the indie people get tried out differently. Indies do more traditional tryouts because they're making names for themselves, etc. NIL get brought in more through a structured and like I don't want to say like handheld process, but more of like we need to make sure you even understand wrestling. You need to go through basic wrestling training first before you can try out. You know, you're trying out by how we can develop you. Indie wrestlers, you're trying out more. NIL guys, you're more being developed, you know, but they're all being developed. But anyways, I hope that makes sense to people. And yeah, it's crazy that they're letting fans buy tickets to watch them. That's like, holy shit, dude, corporate mania to the max. TKO has updated their official logo, so it went from green to like silver or whatever. And yeah, let's get into the last time ever. John Cena, Randy Orton, the last time ever that we will ever see this match. Ladies and gentlemen, lock in. This is
I'm calling 15 minutes before they actually touch each other.
Everyone get a drink, get a smoke, do what you do. This is the last time. I remember John Cena's debut match. I remember Randy Orton's debut match in WWE. It's the last time we're going to see them ever.
Yup.
Like, ever. They fought since before OVW. They fought in OVW. They fought in they carried the Ruthless Aggression era on their backs. And they wrestled so many times over the years. Listen to that crowd reaction in St. Louis for the hometown hero. Let's fucking go. This is why we're wrestling fans right here. This is getting to see Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, or whatever the fuck, but not under the guise of like, I got to get my win back, brother. You know, just two guys thrown down and carried the company through the darkest of times. Right?
Look at the physique on Randy
They were
Orton.
beacons of hope,
No
beacons
homo.
of light. And this is the first and only time, other than like pre-WWE, maybe in OVW it was this way, but this is the first. We've never in WWE, I don't think, seen good guy Orton versus bad guy Cena either.
Yeah, that was
I don't
OVW.
think that's
It was
ever
the
happened in
prototype versus
OVW.
Orton.
I think the prototype and on the Indies, they wrestled there once at that Brian Pillman Memorial Show. I think the prototype was healing on like babyface Orton.
Yeah.
But if you go back, like I swear to God, you could probably count on one hand how many times like we've had heel Cena versus babyface Orton, and it's the last time ever. What a timeline! Where's the
crazy
TVA?
world we live in?
Jesus,
What a time to
Christ.
be alive.
Yeah. The Pope was at the 2005 World Series. Like, what the hell's going on?
The Pope?
Yeah. The Pope's from Chicago and was at the 2005 World. There's a video from the 2005 World Series where it shows like whoever was batting for Houston, or where I think it was Houston, and then it goes a clip of the people in the stands, and the guy who just got elected as the Pope is there. It's insane.
Dominus Vobiscum.
Yeah, like what? We live in a weird timeline, man.
What a weird timeline, man.
It's just
Good
strange.
Lord Almighty.
Yeah. So
Randy Orton's a face. Cena's a heel. Cats and dogs living together. Somebody's coming.
Madness all around. Yeah, look at this. Little kids are fist bumping.
Talk to me.
Yep. It's weird.
It's crazy. Orton was going to change his music. Thank God he didn't.
Good, seriously. Like, this music is iconic at this
How
point.
many years? How many years you guys think he's got left?
Tough
call.
I mean,
Tough call.
at
Who, Orton?
most, two at most.
Yeah, dude, this is Orton's farewell tour as well. They just
Right,
don't
like-
talk about it. He'll have like
Yeah.
2 manias at the most. This
That's what
one,
I'm thinking.
And then maybe the next one they'll pitch it as like it's Orton's final mania. Don't
Yeah,
even
he'll
talk.
take some time off and then have a great comeback. I got the Rumble that year, and then kind of farewell tour it and put somebody over. Yeah.
And I love Orton, man. Like even when I was a kid, he was that dude from Evolution. When he broke off, I was behind him fully. People call his title reign a flop. I think it was fucking amazing. My whole thing is this. All the way back then, you knew he was going to be great. Look at him now.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, that man's back is probably killing him right now. And he's about to put a banger of a main event. I bet when he was climbing up that rope, that shit spasmed out a little bit. And I'm not joking. He's got that lower back shit, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And that doesn't ever go away. And
Never.
I can speak on that firsthand, bro. And honestly, DDPY, DDP yoga, I suggest it. When I severely years ago, when my back was really fucked, that's what made it so I could like do shit again, man. Was doing
Really?
DDPY. Yeah, bro.
That's
I just
amazing.
saw videos of it and I'm like, well, it's DDP. And I just saw videos of like he's like, people can walk again. And I'm like, well, let me try it, you know?
Yeah.
So, and it helped me a lot. And so Orton, I don't know if he does it, but you know he loves the ganja. And you know that is fucking he's got like like how many more years full time can he put in wrestling like the Carmelo Hayeses and shit? I think like 2. So next year I think will be Orton's farewell tour. You know,
Phil, let me ask you this question. When he's done, I'll ask you too, Jake. When he's done, what do you see happening with Orton?
What do I see happening to
announcer?
I think he'll go. I think he'll struggle to find a role. I think he'll be hanging out in NXT a lot, and then I think I don't think he'll be an announcer or anything like that. No, I think he'll just be an ambassador. And,
yeah, it's hard.
He'll be like Stone Cold, man. He'll show up, hit an RKO, and fucking bounce out. Like he'll just be that dude that we pop. Like instead of Stone Cold, his musical hit, and it'll go. Because who's the next generation guy who just comes out, doesn't drink a beer, but is like, hey, RKO, shut up, bitch, and then dips out. It'll be him, you know? So he'll just do shit like that, and he'll go. I bet he'll do movies. He'll get voice acting gigs. I bet he'll do a showcase mode on him in the 2K25 video game. Yeah, dude,
one of those kids is gonna start popping out grandkids sooner than later. Like, you know what I mean? Like, some of those kids are older, so it's like at some point, yeah, he'll just kind of ride off into the sunset, I would think, and get back where he can.
He'll be involved with WWE, but it'll be like he'll just show up at the PC and he'll
like Taker.
He'll just be hanging out in Gorilla. Yeah, like Taker. He'll just be hanging out. He'll just be at Raw hanging out with Triple H and Gorilla, giving people pointers. And then eventually they'll be like, oh, you're the creative director of Raw or whatever, you know, or it'll just be like become a Michael Hayes. He's just going to fall into a Michael Hayes role, you know? Does he do backstage? Hey, I'm here with this guy. No, he's 6'4". I hope not. He's way taller than like all the wrestlers now, you know, but
that's why he can't be like a manager or something like that. Yeah, he's way too big for that.
The last time Cena right here, dude. And I got the hockey game on. I'm pulling it up
nice
here.
With the arch and the shirt. That's a nice shirt.
Moose knuckle with the John Cena.
The old Santino. John
Cena. It's all well and good,
AEW.
John Cena. He actually popped Cena or Cena when he did that. There's a on YouTube. There's the greatest hits basically of Santino Marella.
Yeah,
it's worth your watch. It's 15 minutes.
One of those channels. Yeah, I've seen
great
that.
stuff.
I met Santino because WrestleMania 26 was here in Phoenix, and I went to it. And and there was like 2 miles from where I lived. It was actually Armando Estrada owned a little like cheesesteak restaurant, and we went there.
He does. Yes.
Yeah. And Santino was there. And we met them. It was great. They were both stupidly nice to us, like overly nice.
Listen to this crowd, guys. Listen to this fucking crowd, dude. Oh my god. Do you guys hear them screaming with the music? John Cena sucks. It's fucking crazy, man. We're in
the
crazy
Yapu
time.
in this one might be like the loudest Yapu ever that you've heard. Like,
and he's wearing St. Louis Blues colors, like that's
with the arch and the shirt.
The blue and yellow. That's the St. Louis Blues colors. I don't know if they have other teams that rock that, but yeah, man,
they used to with the Rams.
And Orton would wear the blue and yellow, right? Yeah, with the Rams. They used to have the Rams. That's right. And then. And so that was blue and yellow as well. Orton used to wear that. So Cena in enemy territory wearing the fucking enemy colors, shilling. Like I said, the Fruity Pebbles. Phil, don't miss, man. He stayed shilling the Fruity Pebble merch. People buy it. Mm-hmm. People still love it. Here we go. Let's hear this. I'm locked in.
It's going to be
from
fun.
St. Louis. The crowd erupts.
Looking like $1 million.
Randall Keith Orton, man. Woo!
Notorious prick behind the scenes when he started. And now
Right,
he's
that turnaround's crazy.
It's amazing. He's a model citizen now.
That was one of my favorite things when Cody first came back when they interviewed me. He was like, Randy Orton's like everybody's best friend now. He's super nice. What the hell?
Ref's doing great work here too. Like fucking, because always in these title match introductions, the refs are never up in their grill. Like, no, don't get close.
Like somebody else we know.
Yeah, they just, especially in the women's matches, they just stand right next to each other. I love that ref was right in there. Like, no, you watch your shit. He's right in there with Orton. I love this. Look at.
Have you seen that Flair's billing himself in personal appearances as 21-time
Oh no,
heavyweight champion?
Of course he is.
I saw a picture of Flair on Twitter at an autograph signing. He looked like a piece of moldy bread.
Fucking Cena. Poll in the chat, please. I got it coming right here. Dude, listen to this crowd. Listen to the heat Cena has. Let's fucking go. Poll in the chat. Who's going to win the WWE Championship? This crowd's white hot. This has been an amazing show. The last fucking time ever.
If Randy Orton wins this belt tonight, I'm just going to pee right here in this office.
He's not. Right,
yeah,
not.
That's no chance. But
it's not going to happen, though. But it would be amazing if he did. What a time to be alive.
Yeah. I can always get the 17th time on the belt. That's nice.
Did he really?
Yeah, the left side plate says 17 time. I just caught it right before he gave it back to the official.
That's great.
That's great. Yeah.
Do you know Cena got a hair transplant?
How? Yeah, he did. He did. But how crazy is it? How crazy is it that Cena's the fucking WWE champion in 2025 and he's defending the belt in 2025?
Against Randy Orton.
Fuck.
What?
Man,
Yeah, we stepped into a weird time portal.
It's like we're in a Wayback Machine.
Yeah.
Peabody and Sherman's Wayback Machine.
Okay, we got a lockup right here. Big tense lockup.
Cena did the turkey chair transplants. He had to go.
Two
a lot of
Rams
soccer players do it.
Phil, you got to do a Tony Khan for me. Do a Tony Khan for me. You got to say, if they wanted the money, they could do this on my show.
You want me to say what?
If they wanted the money, they could do this on my show.
Well, I wouldn't even say that is the thing. What I would say is this is great and that we've finally secured the bag. And so you can come here.
Because somebody's a bald asshole.
What I would actually say is enjoy Dynamite on TBS and TNT and Max. And also watch the Wrestling Observer Radio Live.
And Collision on Thursdays now because we didn't want to compete against this. Because we didn't want to get another 112,000 rating or whatever.
That Tony Khan voice always pops me.
It's great. No, the best is when Husey joins. It's Husey does his because he does like the sad Tony Khan.
Yes,
so you have this, the dueling Tony Khans pops me every time.
On the weekend mornings, I'm watching this while I'm having my coffee, Phil's channel, and my wife goes, "What are you cackling about out here?" Nothing, honey. You wouldn't understand.
Right? Like I tried. Yeah.
Yeah, the reason it's good is because I just have the nuances of Tony, his manic, like his mania, that's what it is. It's about the little fucking things, you notice the little things. That's what adds so much to a goddamn impression. And I think some of them are so fucking retarded. Like I cackle at my own shit when I hear it back, which I don't know. I try not to be, I don't like hearing the show back, but when I'm clipping it, I don't know, man. Just like
it's great.
If I pop myself, I know it's funny. My guests will pop me, but if I pop myself, which like I do almost like every clip when I'm clipping it, I'm like, yeah, this is funny or whatever. So I try not to mark out for myself, but yeah, some of it is just objectively. I'm like, dude, how fucking stupid is this Conrad impression and shit? It's like, this is so funny. Like I have it really down. Like if he heard it, he'd probably be so mad at me,
I'm rocking back and forward right
or
now.
he'd be flattered. Yeah, I'm rocking
Like
back
Conrad.
and forth right now. He'd either be really flattered or he'd be pissed. Headlocks, punches, tie-ups, corner. This is a good old wrestling right here. It's a good old match right here, man. And we got Stuart Skinner starting this game tonight, keeping Pickard's streak alive just because I don't know. I think it's smart for Oilers fans, hockey fans. I think it's smart to start Skinner here. I'm down. I'm down with them doing that because he's a starter. He could pull a fucking win out. as well. And yes, we're watching Cena do leapfrog shoulder tackle, taking it back to the old school, man. Headlock. Here we go. We're back on it.
Randy's still poking the eye.
Yep.
This is great.
I think Cody Rhodes is going to come back.
I think it's too soon, but I could see it, but I feel like it's too soon. I don't know, though.
Have you seen the trailer for Peacemaker season 2?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny, you're gonna come on over at Phil Marks Out and do some shit with me too, right? You're gonna geek out over some shit with me.
If you'll have me, pal,
Absolutely.
I'm open for
Let's do it,
anything.
man. It'll
I'll
be
go
fun.
on anybody's show. I don't give a shit.
I don't give a
As long
shit.
as it's not anything from Nambla, I'll go on anybody's show.
What about
That's
JD?
fair.
What if he invited you on? Oh,
JD?
JD.
JD's got me blocked on Twitter right away. As soon as I got on Twitter, he blocked me from the get-go.
Oh.
It's always my favorite when you see something like, why can't I comment on? Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
he had me blocked
Oh,
forever,
shit.
and then he fucking unblocked me when he started saying the same shit I was saying a year prior. No, I'm not hating. I'm not hating. No, I'd fucking link up with JD. I think he'd laugh. I think he could take the piss.
I saw the Peacemaker trailer for season 2.
Yes.
It's got Guy Gardner in it and Hawk Girl.
Yeah, they're gonna be in it, and this Superman, they're busting the fucking universe open wide right away. That's the approach this time, and yeah, let's do it. I'm looking forward. Big lariat from Cena.
I hope they embrace the geekery of the DC universe. That's all I can say.
I think they kind
At
of
least
have
you-
to at this point, don't they?
At least you got a guy who reads the comic books, who actually knows the source
Yeah,
material.
that's the
and
thing. I think
incorporates
Gunn
that.
will lean into that because he reads the books, man, and he's
Yeah.
one of those guys. So he was able to do Guardians and all that really well. I'm optimistic. I'm a fucking huge James Gunn fan, and that's my guy. So I'm gonna definitely support it, and I really hope that movie does fucking well. And if you're an AEW fan, go and buy a ticket to Superman coming.
While
If you're
we
a
do
fan
the-
of Tony Khan at AEW, go get a ticket to Superman and make sure you go see that shit when it comes out. Because
While we do the 10 spots, well, they were out of the 10 spots in the corner and at 10 punches in the quarter. Have you seen Slither from many, many years ago?
Slither. That's
Slither is a James Gunn horror movie.
Yeah, I've seen Slither. Yeah, I've seen Slither.
Great movie.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, that's a really good one.
Elizabeth Banks and who's the guy? Nathan Fillion is the star.
Yeah,
of the movie.
Nathan Fillion. So that's what I'm saying. Fillion's bros with Gunn, and so
Yes.
Gunn, he's Guy Gardner. He's got the goofy haircut. It is what it is. Whatever. You
If
got to
Mo
make
Howard
choices.
was a ginger, he would be Guy Gardner.
Yeah, he should have like a crew cut. You know, like more of a
It's shorter. Yes, a little shorter on the
it's
sides.
not a bowl. It's not supposed to be like a bowl cut. Whatever.
I noticed they're doing the alternate universe.
And
thing.
sorry, Nathan Fillion, also from Edmonton Oilers, about to beat the shit out of the Vegas Golden Knights right now. Let's fucking go, the universe.
What a segue. Phil Marks, king of the segues.
It's true, dude. Sensei segue over here. Orton dropping the stomps on Cena. And they're just selling and working and getting their shit in and doing a great fucking match here.
Yeah, it'll always be Firefly for me when I think of Nathan Fillion.
Firefly, yes. Who
Yeah.
was the NWA wrestler for the Crockett era who's famous for the stomps? I'm showing my age now.
That's what George is there for.
George, get in here and fucking George. Did I send you? I thought I sent you a link, or did I forget, or did I send the wrong person a link?
What do you mean, a link for George?
It's all
George, I
good.
rely on for the.
No, I sent a link to George. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. All good.
Ron Garvin. Ron Garvin was the guy who did the
Okay.
Garvin stomp.
I knew he had the what did he call his punch? The like Iron Fist or something.
He was Hands of Stone.
Hands of
Ron
Stone.
Garvin.
That-
Yes.
I knew
And his
Iron
bro-
Fist wasn't right, but that's what I went with.
His brother was Jimmy Jam Garvin, who
Yeah.
was a member of the beloved Freebirds 2.0.
Yeah, I was gonna say that one, but down
Jimmy
off
Jam
the
Garvin.
Bad Street song, so which is one of the greatest wrestling songs of all time. Bad Street.
Yes.
Oh,
Who's the
man.
better vocalist, Michael P.S. Hayes or Chris Jericho? Who's the better
Oh
vocalist?
no! My answer to that question is no.
I just watched Dark Side last night, episode 5, not the most recent one, but the one before about
Eddie Gilbert.
Eddie Gilbert, thank you.
Yeah, it was good.
What a show!
Yeah, man. I just love all that old footage they can get for that show because they can get access to it because they're doing it as like a documentary and reporting as news or whatever. Oh man. Even if they kind of get the stories shortened or whatever, like that's part of it. They can only do as many minutes as they can, but
What a sad story though with that guy.
Oh, they're trading headlocks and the crowd's popping for it. This match is fucking amazing.
You just studied how you do more with less.
And they're booing Cena and they're cheering Orton, obviously hometown. They're laying there, they're talking it out, they're calling it in the ring. You can just see them calling it. They're just talking it all out right now. And they're talking shit to each other right now. And they're fucking professions, man. And the crowd's split. Let's go Cena. Cena sucks. Not fully split, but at least when that chant happens.
so many people are just chanting both. That's like I think I would be if I was there. Like fuck it, just have fun with
And
it.
this is a real match. Two big physical guys, man, taking it old school. They got the fucking people in the building. What? Here we go. Old school. Shoulder tackle. Shoulder tackle. Punch.
Here we go. You can't see me with that new head of hair.
It's coming. You can't see me. Let's go, baby. Five knuckle shuffle.
Holding that knee. He was holding that left knee when he got up.
Yeah, that's selling, brother. Big lariat. Now Orton's hitting his comeback. Look, lariat, the snap power slam. It's coming. Duck. Power slam. Boom. Now he's getting his shit in, brother.
Miss Atlanta Lively was Ron Garvin's magnus opus. From a guy in the chat. Look that
It's
up.
Atlanta Lively. No, I know. With the loaded purse, right?
With the loaded purse. Ric Flair was
yeah.
going to the hotel room to meet Miss Atlanta Lively. The glory days of
Roll up
UHF
out of the
wrestling.
DDT.
UHF television.
I remember we had to get up and actually click it over.
Michael Cole called it the
Yeah,
STFU. Michael Cole listens to PWT. Confirmed.
Yeah, that's the second time he's called it that.
The STFU, bro. I've been
Yes.
saying it forever. It's the FU and the STFU as soon as he went fucking heel, dude.
Right.
The way he cinches it in. This is the STFU. That baby shit he was doing in the PG era, that was the STF.
John Cena, by the way, could he choked out Edge back in the day? Like actually choked him out.
God damn it. We can't call it the STFU.
Draping DDT chat.
Can't call it the STFU in the Vince McMahon era. Meanwhile, he's shitting on people's heads.
Yeah.
In his office. What a time to be alive.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I missed a few years from like 2015 to 2021. Like,
Is that when you tapped
not that
out?
sad about that? Yeah, when I moved.
Oh, okay.
Cena has got something in his back pocket. Like, he's got a trick
came
up his
back,
sleeve
though.
to win this.
I thought you. I'm looking to see if he's taking out of brass knuckles. I thought he legit had something in his back pocket.
Oh, no. I just meant like there's a trick up his sleeve. He's got some way to pull this out that we're not seeing.
Don't tell me somebody's coming in.
Besides
I hope
just
not.
his grits.
Here we
and
go. Here we go. Here we go.
shit. Attitude adjustment. The FU. Orton caught him with the
follow up.
RKO. Michael Cole, make the call. Orton caught him. It's an AA/RKO combination, and they're both down. Look.
Cena calling spots. So
Look
obvious.
at Orton caught him. RKO. Boom. They're both KO'd. They're both KO'd, bro. They're both KO'd. Holy shit.
This isn't as good as Will Ospreay versus AR Fox. I'm
No,
just
dude,
gonna-
this match is fucking amazing. Well, look at the crowd, Dave Meltzer. I mean, I count Brian. I counted by how the crowds move. 5 stars. But it wasn't booked by Tony
Khan.
I would love to know what the ebb and flow of the Wrestling Observer subscription base is. I like to know what they start with.
Old
I think
school
it's
graphs.
flowed all to
Wait. The Yaboo. It's here. Crowd's fucking so hot. They're booing Cena out the building. Headbutt from Orton.
Cena's
You don't
gassed.
usually see that.
Cena's got
Headbutt from Cena. Trading. Desperate rivals.
What a match.
Dude,
Yeah,
this-
it's great.
Just an old school
The two
match,
goats, man.
This
Yeah,
is
it's an
great.
old. Someone said in chat, Cornette's loving this fucking match.
Right?
now.
I was
Yeah,
just
dude.
going to think, I'm like,
He's
his reviews
loving
are
it. dude.
great.
Cornette
he
is
hit him. It's
naked
done.
watching this match.
In the lazy boy, just thank you, boys. He might just quit after this. Like, no more podcasts. We're done.
His wife is throwing a bucket of ice on top of him right now. Calm down, Jimmy.
Get the fans on him. He's got the vapors.
Look at this crowd. Look how hot they are.
Yeah, they're into this.
Cena, so it's half and half. Let's go, Cena.
The guys in Jacksonville wish they had this kind of heat.
Oh,
WJB94 says, Phil, have you heard about the new Hayabusa?
Yes.
No, but that's fucking dope if they brought him back. I'd love to see it. Here we go. Cena might
Same
AA.
costume, same mask.
I'd
same
love to see
tats.
that. Someone tag me on X. I would love to see that. I love Hayabusa. Endo need and shit. RKO, dude, off the tackle.
Love it.
Shit.
Oh,
Love
And
it. That guy's
Cena's
exciting.
rolling, though.
Love
Cena
it.
knows what to do. He rolls out. He rolls to the corner.
You know who's conspicuous by his absence on this show?
Oh, my God.
See if you can guess, Phil.
Who?
And Jake. Who's conspicuous by his absence?
Fucking every Akira Tozawa? No.
No.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Smiles, the super fan. Green shirt guy.
Green shirt. Well, he can't go to every show. Maybe he had to take a shit or something.
I saw the ref guy, the guy who always wears the ref shirt. I saw him in the aisle, but
Smiles is in the bathroom.
Smiles.
He's grunting out an intestinal sculpture.
For some reason, that's the one place he's banned from is Missouri. He can't go to shows in Missouri.
Oh, the
whatever.
punt kick. He's going to punt kick his ass. Oh.
Maybe he like, you know,
that would have been great.
Missouri lottery.
Here we go. This is the last attitude adjustment. That's it. Pin.
Oh. Oh,
God
shit.
damn it.
And guys, I told you they were going to give him like 30 fucking minutes, man. You factor in the entrances, we're at like 35 minutes. You know what I mean? So
Are they spamming the attitude adjustments? Jesus Christ.
well, they are a little bit. Cena's kind of done that for a while, but one of the attitude adjustments was an RKO out of it. Oilers fucking score too. Let's go,
shit.
baby.
Let's
go. Yeah. Fucking go.
I don't even know what you're talking about, but
Yeah.
I'll enjoy your
I live in the
relation.
desert. We don't know hockey.
I'll back you up there, Phil.
We
Don't
lost
worry
our
about
team
that.
to the
Fucking
Mormons.
go. Corey Perry.
Here we go. He's going to do an
He's
RKO.
mocking
Watch
Orton.
him.
Here we
Cena's
go,
going to do an
man.
RKO on Orton. Watch this.
Cena's going to punt
him.
kick Orton.
He's going to punt him.
Orton gets out of the way. RKO, he's stalking him. No, into the ref. Yep, you had to know it.
Fiend.
You had to
Fiend.
know it. You had to know it.
Travis Scott incoming.
Uh-oh.
No. Here we go. Attitude
That song
adjustment.
would piss off
That
so
should
many
be it
people.
right there, but Cena fucked himself laughing at the ref being down. Travis
Chad
Scott
Patton.
or The Rock or something, dude.
Chad Patton is selling it. And Cena's going to do something heinous. So Randy Orton will be out for a while after this match.
I mean, that would make sense with this back injury. You got to give him time here and there.
He's grabbing his belt. He's going to hit Orton with the belt.
I don't know about you guys, but I would just love one of these days to Wade Barrett say, I had enough of this shit, and run into the ring and clock somebody with a bullhammer.
Yes.
I just love to see that. Not a full-fledged match for the man because I don't know if he can go. I don't know what his physical status is. He retired for a reason.
Oh! You're not trying to injure anybody, but if you can, yeah.
People are jumping hands in the air.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
Oh, Cena kicks out.
Oh!
Cena kicks out.
No.
Are you kidding me? And then the Prime bottle will come alive. It will be Stone Cold Steve Austin, trust me, Prime bottle.
Hell yeah, dude. Fucking amazing.
Chad
my household's popping right now. The Marks household is marking out over here, dude.
Yes. Moose Knuckle with Katy Perry under the ring.
Katy Perry, he wishes.
Just have her run around the ring and distract.
I wonder what's
everybody.
under Moose Knuckles' bed. Actually, maybe I don't want to know.
Yeah.
A Chucky doll.
Heads of multiple dolls. It's a little scary down there.
Here we go.
We can only hope, Moose.
Fellas, here we go. This is it.
Yeah, Bob Orton hits Cena with a cast. And
Bob Orton coming down in a walker, clocking Cena with a cast.
As long as he doesn't bleed on anybody.
That's true.
If you know, you know.
Yes. Little Hep C.
Yeah, just a little.
Oh,
Just a
shit.
touch.
The ref goes down again. The ref legit clocked his head on the steps.
It's a rough night.
now it's getting crazy. The ref's out again, just getting beat up. Call a DQ, call the match off already.
What are we, a half hour into this, Phil?
Nope, everybody's locked in
Proud,
now.
white hot. What a fucking insane match.
His final match, he'll be a baby face at the end of it.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
his
yeah.
final match will be in Boston, so no matter what he does, I think he'll get over.
I think
but-
Cena, yeah,
Somewhere
he'll
in
go out
December,
being
yeah.
cheered in his last ever one, you know, but he'll probably
Yeah.
lose though.
I'm sure he will. Come on, Rick. Come on. Here we go.
They're doing each other's shit.
Oh, and it didn't
And
break.
AA, the
Jesus
table
Christ.
doesn't break. Those
That
tables
table's
are
rough these
ruthless.
days, man. Yeah, they give no fucks.
There it goes. It finally
I
fell.
want them to, if they don't give a fuck with the tables this much, we should see the old chamber back too with the steel floor and shit.
He's kicking and trying to get it to go.
I went to an elimination chamber match at SummerSlam 2003. That metal grate on the outside was rough.
Yeah, someone, King Dingaling says, sorry to the sickos and Uncle Dave, but this match had me more invested than any Will Ospreay match. Yeah.
Yep.
In AEW. Yeah, it's the truth. It's just the truth.
Yeah, I don't
Pop
care how
for
many
King
Spanish
Dingling's
flies you
name.
do.
Pop for his name. Give PWT a ring-a-ling on the ding-a-ling. And subscribe. Set your notifications for Pro Wrestling Times.
Yeah, that's right. I am the table. Yeah, just sort of lops
I
over.
am the table.
You know that will be you in Botchamania.
Psychology greater than spots. Exactly, because psychology makes the spots great. Spots can't listen. This is what it is. A spot doesn't make good psychology, but good psychology will make a spot. That's
Makes a spot.
and they just forget that shit.
And they're not moving 100 miles an hour.
Which is okay if that's what you have to do psychologically in that match, but they don't have to do that in this match. That's not what
No.
this match is, you know? So,
You're right. It's about two guys who are basically at the end of their careers.
if this was Omega and Gabe Kidd having the same fucking match, if this was Okada, Omega 7 or whatever at AEW, move for move, Meltzer would be, oh, the greatest match, the best guy. Like, he'd be going insane.
The ghost of Randy Savage is at ringside.
Yeah, dude, he'd be losing his fucking mind, you know? But because it's not that, sickos and cage match will be like 6 stars.
Here we go.
It's a generational match. He's gonna AA him again?
He's
Oh
gonna
my god!
AA Cena on the table.
Wait, so hold up. No, listen to me. Listen.
What you
Did
got?
the table not break? So did Orton and Cena call an audible and go, get a table from underneath the ring and hit it again.
That's a hell of a point.
That's just what happened right there, folks. They just called that shit on the fly. 2 of the GOATs ever. Because the announce table didn't break, and then they went to do it again, but then the announce table lopped over. And then what did Orton do? I'm just going to go grab I'm a Dudley boy now. And he just fucking AAs him through a table again. Bruh, they're calling this shit one of the greatest matches of all time. 2 of the GOATs, the last time they'll ever wrestle, calling it on the fly. Ref's still
Cena.
down.
Phil, Cena's gassed.
Is he?
He's gassed. Yeah.
Let's see.
got a rest.
I bet he's good. Pliny and Pixlar for 5 says, is anyone else hoping Hornswoggle was under the ring?
Always. Always.
And Orton grabs Hornswoggle by the left leg and just beats Cena with it.
Hornswoggle was the guy that was in the mask who pretended to RKO Cena on SmackDown.
You know who that was?
That was actually Swoggle. Standing
Sean
on
Spears.
top of
I
know, yeah.
But yeah.
I'm making a dwarf joke here, guy.
Oh, sorry, pal. I didn't mean to step on your dwarf joke.
No, it's good. It's good.
I didn't mean to step on your dwarf
joke.
joke.
I probably shouldn't even go there, yeah. To kick out Cena.
Oh, what a tease. Eddie
What a
Orenga.
tease.
Eddie Orenga runs to the ring.
Thank you, Plinian, for the super chat, guys. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, hit like on both channels and all that good shit. Check out at SC Maniacs. Check out at All Jake Takes on YouTube. Appreciate you guys. 84% think Cena. Sorry, who you shouting out? Go ahead, brother.
Shout out to George Vintage Captain.
Yes, George.
The ref better be calling HR when this is over.
The top mod of the top mod. Oh, Cena hit the ref.
What the hell?
RKO. Cena took out the ref with the belt.
They're going to run out of refs. Jessica
I was
Carr's
just going to
gonna
say,
come
how
out
many more
next.
you got?
Who the hell is that?
Who the hell is that?
Nick Aldis.
And the
Are they out
Oilers scored
referees?
again, motherfucker.
Did the refs
2-0.
go home? Or did the refs
Oilers
go home?
scored again, man.
The other refs have gone home.
They're trying to get out of there before they have to take down the ring.
I want to see
You
Jessica
wanna-
Carr come out in a towel and count the pin.
An RKO on Aldis again?
Is this a no contest?
An RKO on Aldis again?
Is this how you bring Aldis out of retirement?
An RKO on Aldis
I
again?
feel like Aldis versus Pierce has to be how they get them both out.
An RKO on Aldis again. Yep. Oh, on everybody. See, this is, and then Hurricane Helms. They're all taking RKOs. Jamie Noble.
You get an RKO. You get an RKO.
And this is how you send the fans home happy because Orton's going to fucking lose, but they just got that crazy ass moment. You know what I
Okay.
mean? And that's why one day he's going to be the new Stone Cold where he just shows up, hits an RKO.
Right.
That was fucking
Right.
amazing right there.
I
12
gotta ask you
RKOs.
guys. Phil, I got to ask you, and I mean, you probably know this, and I don't. Is Nick Aldis unable to wrestle?
I don't
Well,
believe
like, okay,
so.
I've heard shit about like his bicep being a bit of an issue, but like I don't want to throw that out there and be like a fucking rumor guy, but I think he could, yeah, if you asked him, he could probably lace him up tomorrow. But like, I mean, if he's how far off is he from just going, fuck it, and already giving up on that or whatever? But he has said in interviews, yeah, I'm ready to go, and I think he's oh my god, R-Truth.
Oh, that's my childhood
Oh,
hero.
my God.
That's my childhood hero.
Oh, no.
RKO to Truth. Oh my god.
Let's bring everybody out.
R-Truth KO.
Oh, the low blow from Cena.
And now a
And
ref-
just like that, you have R-Truth who's about to go on his final generational run, you know?
God, he's like, what, 54? So
well, yeah,
old.
but he's about to be just involved in this in some way, and that's all you can. It's like when Hurricane wrestled The Rock. He
Yeah.
was involved in that storyline, you know, for a little bit, and that's all. It didn't matter. It was he got to win on The Rock. R-Truth is about to like be involved in this. R-Truth
Oh,
is
no,
about
no,
to fucking
no,
like
no.
have Cena's back, and then
Yeah.
Cena will turn on him eventually or
Of
something.
course.
3. Cena wins. Cena wins. He retains.
Of course.
Oh my god.
What a match. I was sports entertained.
I
I don't
was
know about
just
you guys.
thoroughly sports entertained.
And
by
here's
that.
the thing, you guys are like motherfuckers in the IWC want to be like Travis Scott. I mean, you don't picture R-Truth and Cena and Travis Scott standing there together either. I mean, that works for me, dude. That works for me, brother. So
R-Truth gets to cut a record with Travis Scott. Yes, give
just
me
whatever.
That.
All three of them. All three of them.
Yes, all three of them.
They should. And that works for me, dude. And that's a good look. And Truth deserves to be put in this type of, just to have that thing right there where he was just in this moment with fucking Randy and Cena. Like, he deserves that in his career. No? First ever black NWA world champion, I believe.
Yep.
Right?
Yes, he was. As K Quick.
Yeah, man. And he
The
did
remix.
the damn thing. Run the Truth Killings, dude. So
I'm
the
a
Chain
bad
Gang's
man.
returning. 626. The Chain Gang, bro.
I'm a bad
It's
man,
fucking
fiend. What's
yeah.
up?
I'm a bad man.
It's R-Truth. It's John Cena. It's Travis Scott, man. Run it.
Nobody could get behind a heel or a truth.
And it will be because this is why it's good, though. He's not meaning to be heel.
Right, he doesn't realize he's
genuinely
he's a
thinks he's
baby
doing
face.
the right thing. He loves John Cena. He's always loved Cena. That's been like his whole stupid character. And
His
we talked
childhood
about
hero.
it before
He
in
was a
movies.
child.
Like we talked about it before in movies. It's hard to play stupid well. Like you have to be. That's why R-Truth works, and he's had a job for so long because
exactly.
he does this in a way that works. And so he just thinks he's doing the right thing in the midst of all the chaos. We've seen him too show up with a ladder at the Rumble and show up in the women's Royal Rumble. Like we've seen him do all this dumb shit. This is another one of those. Why would R-Truth show up? Because he just shows up. He just thought he's protecting Cena. He still thinks Cena's the good guy. He even said it. Like, yeah, I'll work with Cena. Like, that'd be awesome.
5 RKOs out there. That was great.
Well,
they've
this
been
match is
planting
going
the seeds,
45
so-
minutes,
Oh, it's fantastic.
and it's one of the greatest matches I've seen in the last year.
Yeah. You know,
With-
I mean, professionals. This was a professional match.
Yes, yes. Well, you can watch this match for
Grabbing the
45
mic.
minutes. Jake, you
Cena's
can watch this
grabbing the
match.
mic.
Uh-oh.
Ooh. Ooh.
What I need is competition.
Who's going to come out and challenge him?
Right,
Someone's gonna come out and
exactly.
challenge him.
They're not showing this for no reason.
I believe in Joe Hendry. No, he's not coming out. He's
Not for this. He's gonna do NXT stuff, but yeah, somebody's gotta come out, right?
Goldberg or what? Goldberg?
I think this might be foreshadowing Goldberg. Phil.
Maybe.
Goldberg comes out right now or Cody Rhodes. The graphics are playing. The post show's next. Nope. No, dude, it just ended. Wow.
Phil and Jake, honey.
Wow. So, my goodness. So they just ended nothing. I thought Goldberg's music was going to hit, then the sparklers, and then he just stand at the ramp going, yeah, what's up? And then everyone's like, oh, shit. And then it goes off the air like that, you know?
Yeah,
And then Raw,
something.
they're like Goldberg speaks or whatever. He calls out or whatever the fuck. That
They-
could have been amazing, but they
they
didn't
could-
do that.
They could pop a rating for Raw.
It's still going on Peacock. It's still going. Amazing show, still going. Okay, Netflix, it wasn't going. So
I just
No,
got
it's on commercial now
I
on
got an ad
Peacock.
for Wicked.
yeah,
I got that
so
for the Olympics.
it wouldn't have cut off on Netflix. They weren't about to rob net. People would riot if they robbed the
Yeah,
Netflix.
right.
Of that shit. Yeah, like the Netflix would be like, well, you guys we're gonna fucking shadow ban you like Samantha Irvin now. Let me check in with chat. Rabid Wolverine's LC Killer for 5 says that was a 5-star instant classic match. F. Dave Meltzer. Well, I think that
Brian.
super
But
chat
Brian.
garnered a fucking flute, if I do say so myself.
Give me a
Okay,
buck for
so
Brian.
overall, we knew Cena was gonna win this. I think I went 4-1. So Becky just probably she heard the heat from social media and was
Right.
like, "Oh, I can't go Becky Hogan." But yeah, I mean, predictable card a little bit, but I mean, was it really? I don't know. It just felt like everything meant something. Every single match.
It mattered.
Right.
It made sense.
Who wasn't sports entertained by this show?
Right.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
made sense. Worked for me. I enjoyed the show.
That's what's all about.
Exactly. And like that main event was worth the money alone right there. What do you overall, what were your thoughts on the shits, Johnny Bottles? Like just coming out of it now, what are you looking forward to? Any notes, any things you want to throw out there?
We came into this show thinking it was going to be a B throwaway pay-per-view, PLE, whatever you want to call it. And it wasn't. You literally were glued to the screen throughout the entire show. You really were. You didn't know how things were going to turn out. If you're thinking, well, this is going to happen, my predictions are this. And then all of a sudden, well, maybe I was wrong. Look at that. Maybe I was wrong. And every single match you're thinking, maybe I was wrong. And it was just amazing. It really was. If the last 45 minutes of this show didn't bring back vibes,
right?
If you're a lapsed wrestling fan.
Right. Well, 626 said this for 2. He says Dusty is smiling down at this finish if he would. Right. So, but it's what you're saying though, Johnny. It's like, dude, the old school callback to old school wrestling. That's what that was. And Dusty, someone like Dusty would be smiling down at that,
And
that's how you do it.
They even said, guys, with a show that's going to be on the same time prior to a UFC pay-per-view, it's going to end hard right before that UFC pay-per-view starts.
It's crazy because they gave like 10 minutes. Vegas tied it up. They scored 2 in a row. Now it's 2-2. It's crazy.
Oh, shit.
So I'm in for a wild night. And we got UFC main cards about to come on too.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
And they gave everybody time to switch over. And they didn't announce anybody talking at the press conference if they're even going to do that. I don't even know. But
yeah, they put up a little graphic where it was like Fatu, Gunther, a couple, like most of the winners. Up and it just came back down.
I mean, I'll definitely look into that and talk about any of that shit tomorrow or on Monday during the live show if there's anything we need to talk about that happened there. But Jake, what are your thoughts like coming out of the whole PLE and just the like going forward? Any notes or anything you had?
I mean, exactly like kind of what Johnny was saying. How it got the stories across. I mean, the live crowd got to see like 9 RKOs. Like they can't be that upset. Like that's if Randy's their guy, their hometown hero. Becky losing was the one surprise of it, but I mean, overall, I was sports entertained. The show got the points across. But now they have what? In 2 weeks, they've got the Saturday night's main event, and then the next one is Money in the Bank at the first week of June. So they've set themselves up well for big shows because they already announced Logan Paul versus Jey Uso at Saturday night's main event. So even though Jey wasn't on this card, he's on the next big show.
I want Carrion to win the Money in the Bank as well. 62645 says, staring at the glory of the title is changing his mind. He's going to change his mind and go back to old Cena. Well, he's got limited dates, so we're going to see him drop it to probably, I'm assuming he's going to reign with it, drop it back to Cody Rhodes, and then he's going to retire where they're cheering him, and then Cody will eventually snap as a heel, and his reign won't be like a long babyface one, and it won't switch hands right away, but Cody will switch heel, I think, in the midst of his next run. But I don't know. Yeah, Cena's not going to be like, I'm staying for more dates. Like, fuck that.
Right.
He's trying to hang it up,
All right, guys. I got to ask you guys both a question.
Yeah.
Who turns Cena face at the end of this run in December?
It's got to be who turns him face. I don't know if it's about anybody turning face. But speaking of face, guys, really quickly, let's get our good friend Don Wayne is here. The SC Maniacs to cut a promo and give us his thoughts on all of Backlash and his thoughts going forward. Don Wayne is here, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause.
The great Don.
I will say this much. I know this ended well. My wife is a lifelong Randy Orton fan, and she cussed like a fucking sailor throughout the entire match. I'm so proud of her for being such a diehard. It's everything I thought it would be. Fuck finishes, ref bumps, all kinds of fucketry at the end of this thing. I love the main event. It's what every superstar in the wrestling industry should strive for when you're in your late 40s. I can still piss you off with the bare minimum because my storytelling is not just good, it's fucking elite.
The elite.
Is it all elite?
The elite.
Will Ospreay, you can stick this pay-per-view right up your ass.
Yes, that is Don's setting a
Christ.
promo. Yes, Don. So you enjoyed the show overall. The main event has you buzzing, obviously. The show overall, though, is really good as well, don't you think?
I was shockingly surprised at the low grade build for 3 weeks onto what we got. This is what happens when Dewey is left out of the picture. Never let that cocksmoker back into the room to do anything other than puff a cigar with Triple H. Never let him near the decision-making grown-ups table again.
You're right.
Dewey, you had your run. It was great. This is what happens when adults are in the room making adult decisions that don't define your shitty Hollywood career.
Go watch Black Adam 2 on Tubi.
Well, you know, Dewey studied The Observer when he was like 13. He's smarter than other kids, Brian.
You got to play
Brian.
But Brian, yeah, there you go. Perfect.
There it is.
Perfect.
So some guy sent in $1. Thank you so much. I'll look for your comment there in chat if you accidentally hit enter. If you're just supporting, thank you so much. And then what did you think of McAfee, Gunther? McAfee didn't sneak off with the win. You think that's the right call?
I think that match went exactly like it should, right? Like, that's what I was looking for. McAfee should not be taken as a serious wrestler. He wasn't. Gunther kicked the shit out of him. Even when he dove over the top rope to try to get a move in, people were like, oh, see, this is so bad. That's what an announcer is supposed to look like. I'm not even sure that was an accident. It might have been on purpose. I'm just saying, no one's going to buy him as a serious threat to dethrone Gunther or beat his ass. What I fucking loved was the callback to the Bobby the Brain, Rick Rude, Ultimate Warrior, grab the boot, throwback, try to get a cheap win.
Perfect.
It was amazing.
Yeah, Cole was so
about
good.
that match filled a button. It made me nostalgic. It felt like a wrestler should beat the shit out of a commentator. And here's my question, though. Everybody was hyping up Goldberg's return. How'd that work out, you fucking stands?
Yeah, I thought it was going to happen at the very end. I thought the sparklers were going to hit and he would just stand there and it would go off air. We didn't get Becky Hogan, so Lyra defended. Jacob defended, which is the right move, but no Becky Hogan. Is that the right move?
I was shocked at that. I thought they would drag that out a little bit more. I think there's more meat on the bone for what that is. I don't know what happened. I do know she broke her goddamn nose. Like, that was traumatic, man. When that happened, the whole match just sort of went into disarray. That girl was grabbing her nose, trying to put it in place while she's trying to pin her with one hand. Like, yo, you can say whatever you want. The only difference in Valkyrie and Becky Lynch in that moment was she didn't have blood gushing out of her nose like Becky did. Otherwise, you'd have seen the exact same performance tonight. That's my opinion on that.
Yeah, and then Moose Knuckle in chat says broke her beak, actually. Correction, it was her beak that was broken. And then what do you think of yeah, that was it. And then, I mean, because obviously Dom retaining, we knew that was going to happen too. So overall, I want all of your guys, Dave Meltzer, Tokyo Dome stars for this show out of 5. Jake, what do you give it? If he's there. I don't know if Jake's there. Don, what do you give it out of 5? God damn it.
Who's Jake?
Out of 5, I'm probably going to go 4.5. This had no business being this good on a 3-week build off of a utterly disappointing WrestleMania main event that really left everybody down. Even though I felt like the overall show was good, this was a great rebound performance, 4.5 stars. Nothing on this card disappointed. I am worried about my man, McIntyre took a hell of a bump off that concrete. He might be gone for a while. That was not a fake bump. My man was fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it wouldn't shock me. Jake, out of fucking 5 stars, Meltzer stars, what do you rate it?
Good 4. A solid 4. Maybe
Johnny
4.5.
Johnny Bottles, what say you?
I agree with Jake. Sorry, Jake, when I said, who's Jake? I was thinking, all
You're
Jake.
good.
All Jake, I agree with you. 4 out of 5 stars. And the only
What it
reason
needed to
I
be.
give it 4 is because
Who's
it was a
Jake?
B pay-per-view.
Who's Jake is what George says every time
Jake?
he
Yeah.
forgets every
Who's
time.
Jake?
Alzheimer's, right? We
I
got
got to
Jake.
remind him every time. Yeah.
Jake.
Like 51st shows.
We got some guy for 2 says, do you think this PLE went by fast? Yes, it did,
Yeah.
because they got UFC in 3 minutes. Thank you so much. Round of applause for, ladies and gentlemen, the Squared Circle Maniacs, youtube.com/@SC Maniacs for popping in tonight. Amazing. Johnny Bottles, Don Wayne. Round of applause also for Alt Jake Takes On here tonight. youtube.com/@Alt Jake Takes On as well. Round of applause.
Glad to be here. Happy to be here.
And round of applause for me. A round of applause for me because I'm the best. Round of applause for me.
Give me a little Mercedes Monet.
No.
Mercedes Monet. No, you know what they say, guys.
Sometimes in life, you got to be a hoe.
Okay,
Always.
check us out. Follow us all on Twitter. Check us out. Sunday Jake's live. I think Thursdays the SC Maniacs go, and then I'm live Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. Drop videos every day. Thank you all for being here. Bust and Move on X. Johnny_Bottles with a Z on X. Alt Jake Takes On X, and then I'm at Pro Wrestle Times. You already know I got hockey and fights to watch, so I hope you all have a good evening. It's been 4 hours. Thank you all so much. Until
Thank you,
next
Phil.
time.
Thank you, Jake.
Thanks,
you buddy.
guys for being here. Yeah, absolutely. And take care of
Peace,
yourself.
Jen.
And let's link up. Let's do a stream. I'll come on SC Maniacs. When? We're doing it this week, right?
We're
Are we
doing
gonna
it this week, Thursday, 7 o'clock.
this week,
sharp.
Thursday, 7
Nice.
Eastern, right?
Sookie,
Correct,
sookie.
sir.
Okay, I will be there. So guys, check me out at Squared Circle Maniacs this Thursday, SC Maniacs on YouTube, and I'll pop in and do a Spaces one of these Sundays soon as well. I think George
Hell yeah.
come on soon.
What a
One
time
of
to
these
be
Sundays.
alive.
Yeah, exactly,
Yes.
man. Amazing. John Cena defends the title. Love you guys. Take care of each other. Be good to each other. Drink lots of water. Until next time, I'll see you in the Upside Down. Peace.
I got bourbon.
It is a fast-acting viral strain that infects the host immediately, and upon getting sick, the infected will become racked with coughs, sweat profusely, and start to get the shivers and chills.
There he is, the legend. The man, the myth, the legend. Yeah.
You can't literally run a promotion just for the AEW, what do they call them, sickos?
Thank you very much, TikTok and AEW. See you tonight.
Tony Khan started telling people there's no such thing as long-term booking anymore. It's week to week.
The best guys, Tony Khan.
We are just securing the bag.
It's not like I tried to be a character. It was just sort of happened naturally. But it was never something I intended. It was just something that happened because the wrestlers asked me to do things in matches, and I do them.
If you run a promotion just for the sickos, you're going to do 400,000 viewers eventually.
Effing melts.
Know that SmackDown actually went over and everything?
Yeah.
You know,
What's the point?
the point of SmackDown.
What are you getting at here?
The DVRs didn't pick it up.
Did they not pick it up?
Mine didn't.
Let's get into everybody's favorite moment, and it is called Dave Meltzer's Dumb Moment of the Week.
What would you like to listen to in your ears?
I'd like to hear the flute.
Well, if you'd like to flaunt your flute, then we can find you a flautist.
We are just securing the bag.
It doesn't help me.
Okay, so complain, but
I will complain.
let me have my misery.
And when I heard that, I was like, what?
Thank you, fuck you, bye. Boom.
You got to run a promotion for everybody. The sickos can be the ones that buy tickets first and spend the most money on the merchandise.
Because we are just securing the bag.
But like, you got to promote for everybody. Then you'll have a lot of viewers.
I think we proved a lot of so-called experts. We made them look like idiots. We're not going anywhere. Tony Khan's not going anywhere.
You'll also be there on TNT. You'll be in 2 places at once. You'll be live like my favorite movie. Time. It's so great, Pittsburgh.
It's not like I tried to be a character. It sort of happened naturally.
The best guy is Tony Khan.
To keep themselves safe.